And we say good morning to you. We're broadcasting live on the road again on this Tuesday, January the 10th, show number 1773. We're on the road at Cannon Furniture in downtown Elizabethton, where all the furniture stays the same. The sale's been extended, half off, all the furniture. You got recliners, living room sets, dining room sets. Everything that we would tell you about that's going to be half off is what we've been telling you about. It continues to stay that way. And so the sale continues here in January because it went so well over Christmas and, quite frankly, since Thanksgiving. And so still going, still rocking, and it's a great thing. So if you're looking for furniture, looking for recliners, looking for sofas, couches, chairs, lamps, 50% off everything right now going on again at Cannon Furniture in downtown Elizabeth. The birthdays today. Couple of birthdays. Rod Stewart having a birthday. One of the all-time great performers in my book. He's having a birthday, 78 today. George Foreman, boxing Hall of Famer and entrepreneur George Foreman, 74 today. Pat Benatar, hit me with your best shot. She's having a birthday today. She is 70. And then also Hall of Fame race car driver and team owner Bobby Rahal having a birthday, 69. So I guess the biggie today is Rod Stewart, Maggie May, and First Cuts the Deepest, and Hot Legs, and on we go. He's having a birthday. Rod Stewart, 78 years young today, here on this Tuesday, January the 10th. National Anthem, here we go. Let's bring her in, Loretta Bowers, to do it for you here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Lots to talk about. High school basketball polls, college football polls, last night's beatdown. What an embarrassment. So, again, Andrew McKeon's going to be here in a little while to talk to us about it. In fact, he'll be here in just 15, 20 minutes to kind of break down the national championship game with us. Also going to be joined by Coach Ken Harden, the softball coach from Elizabeth, and joins us at the top of the hour. Later on, Rick Walters will stop by. And, of course, Kristen's here from Cannon Furniture. We are in downtown Elizabethton, but goodness gracious. Say what you want. You can go on and on and on about all you want to talk about the supremacy in college football. It is in the South. It has been in the South. It will quite assuredly stay in the South. Georgia is loaded. I mean, these guys lost 15 players to the NFL draft last year. You think of that, 15 off that team. They come back and look like they made TCU look like a middle school team. And that's no disrespect to middle school football. I mean, it's pitiful. 65-7. So what was interesting at halftime, let's do the national anthem. We'll get into it. Here it is, Loretta Bowers on the Tom Taylor Sports.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and the bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. Thanks, Loretta, for doing the national anthem. All right. Number one, Georgia winning the 2023 college football championship last night. 65-7. Most points in any FBS national title game. Georgia, the first back-to-back national champions of the CFP era. First at all since Alabama did it back in 2011, 2012. I've got the list here, by the way, of all the teams or all the schools that have won back-to-back national championships. Nobody has won three in a row in the modern era. Minnesota won three back in 1934, 35, 36. So does that count now? I don't know. Does it? Modern era, probably not. So hello, Reba Whitehead. Hello, Carl Wilson. Hello, Rob Fritz. Thank you, sir. I'm glad to have you back. Reba says, appreciate all you. You're quite welcome. I love promoting this area and love promoting Elizabethton and just the Tri-Cities. But anyway, you go back to this football game. what I thought was funny as a broadcaster, sitting there watching the game, eating my Poor Trav's Deli sandwich, by the way, which was awesome. So I'm looking at them thinking at halftime, they're scrambling. These guys are scrambling. They're making, in fact, the guy on the far right, can't remember his name, sat beside Saban in that forehead panel at halftime. He said, guys, for the ratings, we need to make sure these people come back in the second half. Well, I watched about 5 or 6 minutes, and I was gone. I had to go on home. But it was embarrassing. And these guys, what was it? 589 yards of offense, 8 yards on the average per play. The defense held the Horned Frogs to 188 yards, 3 turnovers, 5 sacks, and 9 tackles for loss. You think of that. 188 yards of offense, 3 turnovers. Duggan got sacked 5 times, had 9 tackles for loss. It was like, again, playing a middle school football team. 58-point margin, most in any FBS bowl game. By the way, Stetson Bennett, 5'11" kid, did he show up? Did he? Oh, I think he did. 304 yards and 6 total touchdowns, 4 passing, 2 rushing. Tying Joe Burrow for the most touchdowns in any BCS or CFP national title football game. It goes on and on and on. Georgia has won 29 of its last 30 games. Since 2017, Georgia is 72. Don't see any drop-off from where I'm sitting. It looks like they're going to be rocking right on through. So, Stetson Bennett, what was the first 4 possessions? Is that right? He scored the first 4. Let me make sure I got that right. Scored on every possession in the first half and 10 out of 12 possessions overall. It's averaging 8 yards a play. The Hogs up front for the Bulldogs, the Bull Hogs, or what do you want to call them, they were blowing holes. These guys, it was pitiful. I'm just telling you, it was pitiful. I'm thinking, all this hype, all we heard about is got to have a balance in the college football. Got to have so we had, in the playoffs, Southern team, Georgia, Midwest teams, Ohio State, Michigan, Southwest team, TCU, which is what they wanted. They didn't want an all-South down from the South, 4 teams or 3 teams, whatever, like it should have been. Obviously, as it's proven to be. Ohio State, nothing for Georgia, obviously. Then you had Michigan, didn't have much to show for TCU, obviously, and then TCU had absolutely 0. Kirby Smart talked all week long about our defense got to come to play. Our defense wasn't very good against Ohio State. Well, it's a combination of the team. It looked like, as I said, it looks like a middle school team they were playing. It was really embarrassing, but it is what it is. So we move on. Again, Stetson Bennett, accounting for 15 touchdowns in 4 playoff games. Remember, he's a walk-on. Left Georgia, went to a junior college in Mississippi, did well there. They was going to go to Louisiana. Kirby Smart came back and said, come back to Georgia. We'll give you a scholarship. So, wow. So, anyway, it was a thrashing. Now, who has done it? I also went and took and got Georgia's schedule, by the way, to show you. Let me tell you the game of the year for Georgia, November the 18th in Knoxville. That'll be the game because they got for me, I think it's a pretty easy schedule. I got Tennessee scheduled too, and it's not easy. All right, here's the teams. Minnesota did it in 40-41. Army back-to-back national championships in 44-45. Notre Dame did it 1946-1947. Oklahoma 55-56. Nebraska 94-95. Southern Cal 03-04. Alabama 2011-2012. Georgia, of course, back-to-back this year. Alex Ingram. Yep, she did do well. Thank you, sir. Lady Cyclone JV team last night goes 17-0. And the varsity won last night at Sullivan East. We went and watched those games, so didn't stream them. We went and watched them, and with good reason. Couldn't get any internet connection. It was interesting. Coach Fox from Sullivan, he said, we got problems. He said, when the scoreboard's on, we can't get Wi-Fi in here. We can't get internet service. I said, what? He said, yeah, we don't know what's wrong. We keep bringing folks in to check it out, but they're at the gym at East, which is a beautiful facility. So, anyway, it was a big win last night for the Lady Cyclones junior varsity. They're now 17-0, and the varsity ladies made it 5 in a row. So both teams on a roll right now, and, of course, the big games are tomorrow night against Liberty Bell. All right, so Georgia, 2023 season schedule coming up. Here's who they've got. Pulled it up this morning. UT Martin and Ball State and South Carolina and UAB in a row, all in Athens. They play the first 4 at home. Then they go to Auburn, back home for Kentucky. Then they come to Nashville to play Vanderbilt. Then Georgia will have Florida and Jacksonville. Then they have back-to-back home games against Missouri and Ole Miss. They'll come to Knoxville on November the 18th. That's going to be a huge ball game, to say the least. And then Georgia Tech, they'll wrap it up the rivalry game at home in Athens. That is the Georgia schedule. 8 home, 3 away, and 1 neutral game, Florida and Jacksonville. And the 3 road games for the Georgia Bulldogs will be at Auburn, at Vanderbilt, and, of course, in Knoxville, November the 18th. Tennessee schedule, whole lot different, I think. September the 2nd, they'll take on Virginia in Nashville, a neutral site at Nissan Stadium. Back home for Austin Peay, the Governors. That's a checkbook game. They'll go to Florida, come back home for 3 in a row. University of Texas at San Antonio, South Carolina, and Texas A&M in a row at home. Then they go to Alabama. Then they go to Kentucky. Tennessee back home against UConn on November the 4th, a checkbook game. To Missouri, and wrap things up with Georgia and Vanderbilt at home. So the Vols will have 7 at home, 4 on the road, and 1 neutral. Home games, Austin Peay, Texas, San Antonio, South Carolina, Texas A&M, UConn, Georgia, and Vanderbilt. Road games, Florida, Alabama, Kentucky, and Missouri. Neutral site, Virginia, in Nashville. So there you go. So Georgia, butt whooping. Oh, and the South, what Charlie Daniels saying, the South's going to do it again. Yep, they're going for an unprecedented three-peat. They got all the pieces. Got a lot of young guys. Now, again, you take what happened last year. Georgia loses 15 guys to the NFL draft. 15 NFL draft, and come back and run the table and go undefeated and thrash Texas Christian. College basketball and high school basketball polls are coming up next. Lady Cyclones in there. Blue Devils are in there. Tennessee High's in there. The Hampton Lady Bulldogs are in there. We'll tell you all about that right after this break. We are live here at Cannon Furniture, where everything is half off, continuing here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Our Black Friday sale is going on now. Save 50% or more on the largest in-stock furniture selection for every room of your house. Living room, bedroom, dining room, every room 50% off or more. Come get your new furniture at the #1 furniture store, Cannon's in Elizabethton.
So I'm Dr. Beth Cannon of Cannon Family Dental. We do a little bit of everything, cosmetic dentistry, general dentistry. We see all ages of patients. I like that patients are comfortable with bringing their family here. With smaller children, they're some of my favorite patients to see. We always try to make that first visit super happy, where they get to come in, sit in the chair, see how they get pictures of their teeth and get their teeth brushed with a little silly brush. There's multiple families that have been with me since the beginning, and their kids were, my kids' age, like 7, 8 years old, and now they're grown up driving. They drive to their own appointments and make their own appointments, which is wonderful, and getting to see the kids and grow up with them. It's great to be a part of that. So if any of you are looking for a new dentist, we would love to have you join our family. Definitely give us a call if you'd like to come in.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we are live at Cannon Furniture. Kristen's here with us. Half off all the furniture right now. The sale continues. You saw the ad with Chris. Bedroom suits, living room suits, dining room suits, recliners. The recliners, they sold a ton of recliners. Now, the NFL playoffs start this weekend. If you need a new recliner to settle back in and watch the march to the Super Bowl, it'd be a good thing to do. Rob Fritz says, Tennessee, I'm glad you're back, sir. I know you've been on the mend. You've been out of pocket. I'm glad you're back. He always feeds me a lot of good information for the show. He does, and Junior Campbell. Anybody out there always wants to feed me information. Gosh, I will take anything you want to send me, because I certainly don't have the market cornered. I'm just an old country boy that talks. So Rob says Tennessee's the only team on the Bulldogs schedule next year with double-digit wins this year. Well, that tells you right there it should be a cakewalk for the Georgia Bulldogs. Should. I mean, we'll see, but it will be. By the way, let's finish it up. Top 25, the final polls are out. Georgia #1, TCU #2, I'm not even sure they're number 2, to be honest with you. I mean, I was really disappointed in their performance. And he even said, Sonny Dykes says, Georgia's on a different tier of college football. They're on a different level. He said the next time we get on this stage, we'll be a lot better off. And I'm thinking, I just didn't get it, how poorly they played. And, of course, they were just manhandled by Georgia. Get over it, Tom. I just can't believe how lopsided it was. It wasn't even competitive. So, here's the thing from a financial standpoint. The sponsors cringed at that because I don't know about you, but she flipped it off. I trucked on home. I thought, are you kidding me? Nobody's going to watch this stuff. And, I guess some did. But I would think a lot of, which being a school night and a work day the next day, a lot of people clicked off and said, not a competitive game, we're gone. TCU number 2, Michigan number 3, Ohio State number 4, Alabama finished 5th, Tennessee number 6 in the country, the final college football poll. Penn State 7, Washington 8, Tulane 9, and Utah, the Utes finished out top 10. Then comes Florida State. Keep an eye on the Seminoles, are coming. They were finished 11th, Southern Cal 12th, Clemson a disappointing 13th, Kansas State 14th, Oregon 15th, LSU 16th. Final polls rounding out the top 20, Oregon State, Notre Dame, Troy, and Mississippi State. Then you have UCLA, Pittsburgh, South Carolina, Fresno State, and Texas. By the way, Beamer gets a contract extension and a big chunk of money bonus for doing what he did down in South Carolina. They finished at number 23 in the country in the final poll. You don't care, but I care. The Thundering Herd actually got some honorable mention, receiving votes to be in the top 25 of college football, which pleases me, being a Marshall grad. You probably don't give two hoots. But anyway, Georgia, TCU, Michigan, Ohio State, Alabama, Tennessee, number 6, final poll, Penn State, Washington, Tulane, and Utah, the top 10 there. Again, Georgia, Ron made a good point. Georgia, UT Martin, Ball State, South Carolina, UAB, Auburn, Kentucky, Vanderbilt, Florida, Missouri, Ole Miss, Tennessee, and Georgia Tech is their schedule for next year. So Andrew McKeon joins us coming up in a few minutes. Got to break this thing down, see what he says. In fact, I see him coming down the sidewalk. Let's run down the the high school basketball polls. First off with the gentlemen in 4A, Bartlett number 1, then comes Hillsboro, Cleveland, William Blount, and Germantown, top 5 of the state in 4A boys. In 3A boys, Livingston Academy, Haywood County, Lawrence County, Crockett County, and Stone Memorial, the top 5 in 3A boys basketball. Tennessee High at number 9, and Unicoi County gets an honorable mention. They'll play each other tonight, by the way, at Irwin. That should be a heck of a ball game. Unicoi County comes our way Friday night. That'll be a good ball game. 2A basketball, East Nashville, Fairview, Milan, Chucky Doak, the Black Knights. Good to see them. They're currently 4th in the state in boys basketball. Gatlinburg Pittman number 5. And that's your polls there in the boys. In 2A and 1A, Middleton, Clay County, Richland, the Hampton Bulldogs. Had Coach Smith on last week. It was hilarious. They went to Disney. He rode the rides. He rode what did he tell me he rode? The roller coasters. Number 10 of the Clay County gets an honorable mention. In 2A, North Green at number 10. That's on the county. Bradley, Central, Blackman, and Bartlett, your top 5 in 4A football. In 3A, Jackson Southside, along with Upperman, White County, Dyer County, Elizabeth at number 5 in the state right now. Lady Cyclones and Greenville at number 10. Elizabeth at number 5 in the state. They're 13-4. Here's their 4 losses here in the season. They lost to Bearden, number 1 in the state in 4A. They lost to Westview, number 1 in the state in 2A. And the other 2 losses to Alcoa, number 2 in the state in 2A. So their 4 losses have been to Bearden, Westview, and twice to Alcoa. Ain't too shabby. And all those teams, again, Bearden, number 1 of the state, defending state champ. Westview, number 1 of the state in 2A, defending state champ. And then Alcoa's number 2 in the state in 2A right now. So that's who's beating Elizabethton so far. Lady Cyclones, rock solid 5th in the state. Greenville at number 10. Then you drop down to 2A, and nobody from our areas in 2A. But in single A, the highest-ranked team anywhere, the Hampton Lady Bulldogs, number 2 in the state, at 14-0. That's quite impressive. Coach Carpenter, the Lady Bulldogs, we'll try to get him on the show. And so we're working on doing that this week. Want to let him talk and chit-chat about his team and about the ladies. Of course, he is also, his other role, his day job. He's a pretty important guy. He's the superintendent of Carter County Schools. Let's see now. What did I do with him? They're here somewhere. The basketball schedule for tonight. Rod Stewart's having a birthday today. I tell you that, and I did. I think I did. He's having a birthday. He's 78 years old. Still out there on tour. So still rocking, still making money. Oh, here it is down here. So here we go. Here's what's going on for tonight. No. Wrong paper. My bad. I got to take a break. I had it. What did I do with it? God, it drives me nuts. So I need Andrew McKeon here to just kind of calm the seas. He's here. He's going to talk to us coming up next. We'll take a break. I had it in my hand. Did I drop it? This is it right here. No, that's what I just picked up. Lordy have mercy. Anyway, it's a full slate tonight, high school basketball. It was right here. I'll get it. Coming up next, Andrew McKeon joins us. We are live here at welcome to my world. We're at Cannon Furniture in downtown Elizabethton on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
At Carter County Bank, it's our job to help you focus on the happy moments and check off the things on your to-do list to make them happen. We're here along the way so you can pull off the happiest moments in life. Carter County Bank, in the business of happiness.
Here's Dan Britt, Big Dan's Barbecue. Tell us what's going on. Why would we? Dan, Big Dan's Barbecue. So holidays are coming. How can you help us, big guy?
We do all of our regular barbecue. We got curbside. We do a lot of to-go. We got dine-in. We do, if you call ahead, we do catering for, special occasions. If you don't feel like cooking, we will do hams and turkeys for Thanksgiving the week of. We just be running business as usual.
If you have a holiday party coming up, how can you help us with that?
You can, if you call ahead and tell me how many people and what you want, we can have it ready for you, and you can come pick it up and let us do the cooking for you, and it'll be cooked hot, ready to eat, fresh, cooked when you come to pick it up. It'll be fresh right then. It won't be like sitting under a heat lamp or anything.
Social media, how do we find you?
I'm on Facebook. I got somebody working on a website, but they're still working on it. So, Facebook's the best place. Big Dan's Barbecue page.
Phone number is 542-2272, the number to call. So the holidays are upon us here. If you need help with barbecue, phone's ringing as we speak. If you need barbecue, if you need platters, you need, when people call in and get stuff for parties, what's the 2 or 3 most popular things to ask for?
The big ones are pulled pork, beans, and slaw. But we also got, mac and cheese, collard greens, potato salad. We have, several things you can choose from that we make here in-house. So just pretty much whatever you need barbecue-wise.
542-2272. Give them a call. Let them help you for the holidays. If you get a small gathering, big gathering, whatever, give them a call. Give them a shot. Let them help you. 542-2272. Love coming down here. Love eating the food right here on Elk Avenue in downtown Elizabethton on Big Dad's Barbecue. Proud sponsor of Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, see, we're already in a snit, so I stay in a snit. Guess what I found? I was almost sitting on it. You ever do that? Can't find things?
Oh, always.
God, it drives me nuts. I have everything planned to get over here and set up, and I set this here and set that there. And here's the schedule for tonight. Then we'll get into that middle school game we had last night. Crockett at Science Hill tonight. Daniel Boone at West Ridge. Tennessee High at Unicoi County. Big match up there in the Upper Lakes. Elizabeth and the Volunteer will be a tough game. We're not streaming that because there's Wi-Fi is not very good at Churchill at Volunteer. We saw that last year in the tournament. Chucky Doak at Johnson County. South Green at Happy Valley. West Green at North Green. And University of High will be at Hampton to battle the Bulldogs and United at Cloudland. So Hampton girls tonight go for a tying school record 15 straight wins to open the season against University High. So there you go. And they are ranked in the state. We're joined by Andrew McKeon, president of Carter County Bank. Got to go to bed early, didn't you?
Yes, sir. I didn't have to stay up too late. I turned that game off real early and went on to bed.
If you're a sponsor, I thought of that. We were talking about this at halftime. Of course, did you watch the four-headed panel at halftime? They were trying everyone in the world to get you to come back and watch that second half.
No, sir, I did not.
No, Saban was there, and Desmond Howard was there, and I can't remember who the other two guys were. It doesn't matter. But they were struggling to get people to come back and watch the second half because it was a butt-whooping, and it was, 65-7. What does that say? I mean, obviously Georgia's a supreme team. We know that. What's that say of all the playoff polls and the Michigan, Ohio State, TCU? I said when it happened they got it wrong. Did they get it wrong? Did it prove that last night?
I think there's no doubt they got it wrong, but I think they were kind of in a tough spot with TCU having such a good year, and they want to have other conferences included, and I think that's their desire. They really wanted USC to be there, and then they swelled up and lost to Tulane in the bowl game, so we know that they didn't deserve to be there. But, to me, the top three teams at the end of the year, after seeing the body of work are, Georgia, Tennessee, and Alabama. But they will not vote it that way. They couldn't put Tennessee in the playoff because Hendon Hooker was hurt, and they swear that was a problem. But they did it a few years ago when Ohio State had a third-string quarterback, and they actually won the national title with Cardale Jones. But nobody seemed to mention that when they were having the discussion. So it could have been done, but they didn't really seem to want to. So that's okay. Michigan proved that they didn't deserve to be there by losing to TCU. So it is what it is. Ohio State, everybody said all year they've got talent, and we knew they did, and they showed that against Georgia. So that was, for all intents and purposes, that was the national championship game.
You can almost take, and I'm being serious, and there's people even talking about this, you can almost take the Southeastern Conference and make it by itself, put everybody else in, and have a Power 5 playoff because, theoretically, quite frankly, it should be Georgia, Tennessee, and Alabama the top three in the final poll. It's not. It's Georgia, TCU, Michigan, Ohio State, Alabama's fifth, Tennessee's sixth. It's a joke.
Yeah, you can't put TCU as the second best team in the conference in the final poll after getting spanked like that.
65-7?
No.
There's no way they're the second best team in the country. But that's what it said, and that's what it's got, and there you go. So we move on. Of course, we broke down the schedule next year for Tennessee and Georgia just for kicks. And the only team with double-digit wins coming into the game to the season next year against Georgia on their schedule will be Tennessee. So November the 18th, I would say those tickets will be at a premium to try and get the Tennessee-Georgia game.
Yeah, that'll be a tough ticket to get.
Yep, and understandably so. So they're going to do an unprecedented thing, try and make it 3 in a row. The only team that's ever done it was Minnesota back in the 30s, so nobody in the modern era has ever won back-to-back-to-back national championships. Say what you want. I mean, Kirby last night was already saying we want 3. We're going 3. We're hungry.
I have no doubt they'll be hungry. I think that you'll see. I mean, not that they're very capable, but I think Stetson Bennett, for whatever warts he may have, I think he steadies the ship a lot for them, especially in the fourth quarter. So I know they have 5-star quarterbacks behind them, but do they have the same intestinal fortitude that Bennett's got when it comes down to crunch time? And that guy's proven to be clutch. The fourth quarter he had against Ohio State, and he's just he gets it done. I don't know. He's not the most talented fella you'll meet. He probably will not be an NFL Hall of Famer, but for a college team, he was a perfect leader.
He's a warrior.
Yeah.
So which do you want to be right now? Offensive or defensive coordinator? Which one? You pick one right now between me and you. I'll be one. You be one.
For who?
Just which one you want to be? You want to be?
I'll take the offensive coordinator.
All right. You're the offensive coordinator. I'm the defensive coordinator. Our team is getting ready to play Georgia. What do we do to beat Georgia? Where's their weakness? We're getting ready to play them next week. You're the offensive guy, I'm the defensive guy. What's our game plan? How do we beat these guys?
I think you have to obviously block up front. I think there was some receivers running open. You have to have some extremely talented receivers that can get off press coverage because Georgia will be in your face. TCU did a good job getting receivers open, but they couldn't step into the throw. I mean, every time he tried to throw one, I think it was in the second quarter, they had a guy running, across the field, and he had to release it so quick, he threw it back over the right shoulder when if he had led him over to the left shoulder and across the field, he had separation, but he just threw it right to a Georgia player because he didn't have time to do anything else. It all comes with protection up front. I think you can't outrun them. You're going to have to hit them straight ahead, but that's hard to do when you have that, was it Carter or the guy right in the middle, the big defensive lineman? I mean, they've got all the pieces. I mean, from an offensive coordinator standpoint, you're going to have a tough time trying to figure out how to attack that defense.
How tall are you?
I'm about 6'1".
Okay. I'm 6'5". Look at Stetson Bennett, 5'11". And I'm sitting there watching. A couple times they showed it from the back, the back shot of him throwing it. There's sometimes he can't see over the lineman. He's that small,
Yeah.
but I don't know how he does it. I mean, the kid's an incredible story. 5'11". Of course, he's very mobile. He can throw it on the run against his body and throw it, rolling out with his body. But still, to be 5'11" up there, this big. What was that one guy's name for Georgia? Bear Alexander, 6'3", 305, runs like a 4.6 40. The guy's a freshman. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I think that, and that Brock Bowers, the tight end, I think
Yeah.
he's the best weapon in the country. I mean, it's unbelievable, what he does.
Yeah. Well, it goes back to prove, too, Jason Witten made a living doing it as the tight end for the Dallas Cowboys. The tight end, I think, is the most underused player on an offensive set. High school teams virtually never use a tight end. Most of the time they're play calling across the board. And yet he and Washington both that double tight end set for Georgia. Pretty tough to handle, the big boy Washington and Brock Bowers. So,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. And that little, was it McConkey, the wide
McConkey.
receiver? I mean, he doesn't drop anything. He catches every pass thrown his way, whether he's in bounds or out of bounds, he catches it.
Yeah.
The one he tried to catch and get his right foot down about the 1 yard line in the second quarter was an unbelievable catch. I mean, he was out of bounds, but, he doesn't miss.
We're live at Cannon Furniture where everything is half off. They got folks in here shopping. We love it. So Kristen may be with me. She may not. That's okay. We have customers. Everything's half off. All the bedroom suits, living room suits, dining room suits, all the recliners, all half off right now. They got a special edition of Traeger pellets. They got two new. I'm going to show you the bag in a minute. There's a bowl blend and now a brisket blend for your Traeger grills. They sell a ton of those. They got them right here behind us, and they sell the whiz out of the grills. Then also there's a mattress purchase. Any mattress you buy over $1,500 or $14.99, you get a free sheet set, a mattress protector, and a couple of pillows they'll throw in for you. So all that going on again at Cannon Furniture here in downtown Elizabeth, and a local mom and pop business. We talk about that. We were right across the street, Clayce's Candles on Saturday. The new name of in fact, Andrew and I came up with it.
I don't take any credit for that.
Said to Port Travis Deli, I said, "What do you think about Believe in Betsy?" He said, "Man, I like it." And what was her name? Who was having lunch with you?
Becky Prophet.
Becky Prophet said, "I like that." So it's Believe in Betsy. And so right across the street was Clayce's Candles, where we were the other day. Here is a local mom and pop business in downtown Elizabeth and wearing it out. They had a phenomenal year, phenomenal December, and they're just going strong because they're a local mom and pop business. Be loyal, buy local.
Yeah, that's the name of the game. I mean, they've been an anchor tenant of downtown Elizabethton for many, many years, and we've got a few of those. And Cannons is one of the names that you always think of when you think about downtown Elizabethton.
Christmas in downtown Elizabethton was huge. Again, all the lights and all the events, and Carter County Bank was right there, and for the most part involved in everything that went on. The park itself was just beautiful. We had David Nanny on the show yesterday. They were already beginning to scheme out and kind of lay out and go, okay, we're going to add more lights, do this and do that. The skating rink was a hit, so everything went very, very well for downtown Elizabethton. So now we're into the new year, and we're going to keep promoting Elizabethton and downtown, and of course, where we are here today in Cannon's Furniture. So Carter County Bank's right in the middle of all that, weren't they?
Yes, sir. We always say, we enjoy the holiday season. We sponsored a lot of events for downtown. Obviously, the ice skating rink was a big deal for us. And getting that set up and to keep that in downtown Elizabethton for a lot of years. It was duplicated around the area, but I don't think it was as successful as ours. I think, like I said, our atmosphere is second to none. When you can skate by the Doe with a covered bridge, it's just a very scenic day. my family enjoyed it when we went down there and tried it out, and they seemed to really enjoy it. So, I said to that day, I think, one of the reasons you do it, and I told Joy the day my family was down there, man, I ran into one of my buddies from high school who I haven't seen in 15 or 20 years, and his family just dropped in to go ice skating just because they were in town for Thanksgiving, and I just happened to run into him and was able to catch up with him for actually I stayed and watched his little girl skate for an hour while my family did some shopping, so I got to stand and talk to him and catch up with him, and yeah, it's been a while. I mean, I'd say it's been 8 to 10 years since I saw him. I was in his wedding 16 years ago, and
Really?
yeah. But I hadn't, we text quarterly, but we don't aren't able to get in touch with each other. He's in Pennsylvania now, and obviously I'm here. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
That's what it's all about.
that's why you do it. I mean, that's why you do
Absolutely.
these things.
Somebody asked me this at the Johnson County game the other night. I thought, I got Andrew on the show Tuesday. I'm going to ask him. They said for the Christmas tree downtown, we do the tree lighting. Do they leave the tree lights on all year long? Or they take them down? I said, I have no clue. I would assume they leave them on there because it's a pretty big undertaking, but I don't know that. Do they just leave them on?
The lights stay on year round. We end up usually having to patch a few strands where squirrels use them as food. So it's always around the end of October we check them out and see what we have to fix. We've had some issues with the tree. It's about half lit right now. I need to go take the cords off and just cut that off. But there's the water, the way the water runs down off the tree, it gets in there and it throws the breakers on those lights, and we have to go reset them. And it looks bad right now. I need to get down there and unplug it and just retire it for the season. But yes, we do leave them on year round. My goal was when we took this over, I thought, man, we're going to take those off and on every year. And when I saw what an undertaking it was to wrap the tree like we did 2 years ago, it's just not possible. I mean, we had a gentleman that was nice enough to hang from a bucket truck. We hired a large truck to come in there, and they had him strapped in, and he was just hanging out and like kind of swinging side to side, and
That makes me nervous to hear that.
it was interesting. I'm glad I was part of watching it, but I didn't want any part of doing it.
Down on the ground watching.
Yes, sir.
You got
both
it.
feet on the ground.
That makes me nervous just thinking about
Yeah,
it.
it was interesting.
We're here live at Cannon Furniture talking to our great friend, again, one of our great sponsors on the show, Carter County Bank. So it was a great year for the bank. We're into 2023 now, and so what kind of services, what kind of things do you offer in Carter County Bank right now?
We're a full-service bank, consumer, commercial, whatever you need. We've got it all. We've got all the bells and whistles that the, national, the Wells Fargos, the BOAs, we've got all that stuff, but we've got superior service, and I'll put our service up against anybody. So, there's rates and there's values, and so you've got to be able to shop both. I mean, we can't be 3 points higher on a loan or 3 points lower on a CD and still expect you to come bank with us. But if we can get close, we do provide a value to your business or to your family. And, you see where we're down here, we're sponsoring all these events, and we're able to do that because of the people that support us. And so the more that you can support us, the more we're able to put back into the community, and we're very thankful that we're able to do that. Mr. Green gives me the opportunity every year. He says, go out and make a difference, and I'm in this community, and I try to do that to the best of my ability, and all of our people do. So we're out there trying to do it. And so thank you to everybody who supports us, and we'll keep on being very involved in the community.
Got it. And he's a proud sponsor of this program and our Cyclone Sports. We love having him on. Of course, I just like him coming on talking sports anyway. So, Johnny Mills. Tell me about John. We're going to have a special service Sunday for Johnny Mills. Tell us about that.
Yeah, Sunday at 2 o'clock, they're going to do a celebration of life for Johnny Mills down at Elizabethton High School. It's going to be a nice event. There's numerous folks that he played with. Coach Bill Battle, he's going to be there because he wanted to be there to honor Johnny and the life that Johnny led. So, Johnny, people around here know Johnny from Mills Greenhouse. They forget about how great an athlete he was, but Johnny was an even better person. Johnny was always prominent coming into the bank. He was always stop by and give me a pep talk every now and then if I needed it, see what was going on, what can I do. He was on our board. He said from a board vantage point, how can we help you? How can we help Andrew be better at what Andrew does? And so I always appreciated Johnny, and I was very fortunate to get to see him before he passed. And I told him, I said that I thanked him and I appreciated all the pep talks over the years. And I told him, that I needed him to keep coming to see me. And unfortunately, Johnny wasn't able to bounce back, but Johnny was a very big part of what I've been able to do, just like I said, through his wisdom, being able to come sit and chat with me for 20 or 30 minutes as he made his walks through town. I don't know if you ever noticed, but Johnny was a very prevalent and prominent walking through town. He made his daily walks when he was able, and he would stop by and just hang out and check on me and make sure everything was going good and seeing how he could help. And so I always appreciated Johnny for doing that, and he will be missed. So I hope the community comes out, and I hope we have a very large crowd. I hope we pack the gymnasium down at Elizabethton High School because Johnny deserves that.
2 o'clock on Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Celebration Live, Johnny Mills.
Yes, sir.
You talk Elizabethton football, he's right there at the top of the names you would throw out. You throw out a Witten, you would throw out a Mills, Banzock.
Yep, Dale Fair.
Yep.
John Holtzclaw. You've got a lot of them. Sean Witten obviously was a tremendous athlete. If you ever watched Sean play, it was fun to watch. Unbelievable talent.
Mm-hmm. So that's one of those names, the all-time greats of Elizabethton football. So a chance for the community to say thank you for him being a great athlete and him just being a great man. 2 o'clock Sunday at John Treadway Gymnasium at Elizabethton High School, right?
Yes, sir.
Celebration Live. All right. So Tennessee basketball, they got Vanderbilt tonight. Any problem there with the Commodores?
Shouldn't have any.
No.
If we keep playing like we're playing, the last 2 games where they dismantled Mississippi State and South Carolina, my goodness. If they played defense like that and hit shots like they were shooting, they're going to be a tough out.
Kentucky comes Saturday, 12 o'clock at Thompson Bowling Arena. The Wildcats are reeling, and Calipari, keep hearing the honeymoon's over up there, and they're even talking about him maybe going to Texas, taking that job. So who's to say? But obviously they're a struggling basketball team, to say the least.
Yeah, but that's just a grudge match. So I don't care if we're struggling or they're struggling. It's still going to be a dogfight.
Exactly.
So I don't count any chickens with Calipari.
0-20 or 20-0 won't matter.
No, sir.
No. Social media, how do we find out more about Carter County Bank?
You can go to www.bankoftennessee.com. We're under the umbrella for Bank of Tennessee now, so you can check us out there. We're obviously on Facebook and Instagram and all those things as well. So we're out there. We try to be visible, and my numbers. You can call me at 423-543-2131 if there's something on your mind you want to chat. Give me a shout.
There you go. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Tom.
Yep. As always, our buddy, the president of Carter County Bank, Andrew McKeon. Right back after this. Can we play a Carter County Bank commercial? Is that okay?
Yeah, I'm for it.
Go for it. We'll take a break. We'll be right back after this. We're live at Cannon Furniture on the Tom Taylor Sports.
We're proud to help our region move forward and help reopen every business we can.
Well, in our office, we understand that there are a lot of patients out there that have dental phobias. And here we try to provide a warm, caring environment for our patients where the patients get the highest level dental care possible, at the same time receiving it in a warm environment where they feel comfortable receiving that care.
Things you offer.
We offer dentistry for the whole family, from the little ones all the way up to grandparents. We provide cleanings, we provide fillings, crowns, bridges, cosmetic dentistry. We restore implants. We try to provide excellent dental care for the whole family.
Our Black Friday sale is going on now. Save 50% or more on the largest in-stock furniture selection for every room of your house. Living room, bedroom, dining room, every room 50% off or more. Come get your new furniture at the #1 furniture store, Cannon's in Elizabethton.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, we're live again at Cannon Furniture. Thanks for being with us on show number 1773. On the day we honor the birthday. Are you a Rod Stewart fan, by the way? You like Rod Stewart?
Yeah. That's old school. That's about my age group there.
Birthday boy today.
Yes, sir.
78, Rod Stewart. So there you go. Who else does say was having a birthday? Pat Benatar, hit me with your best shot. She's having a birthday.
Did you say George Foreman? I was listening
George
to
Foreman,
earlier
he's
there.
74. George Foreman is 74. Pat Benatar is 70, and Bobby Rahal is 69. So there's some of the birthdays going on this Tuesday. And so, how's everything going? How about what's your take? You're a sports guy. What was your take of the ball game last night? 65-7.
I switched over to hockey at halftime. I watched the Predators play there, and it was actually a close one, so we got to do that. Ball game wasn't much last night, was it?
No, gosh, no. Softball right around the corner, and he's the coach of the Lady Cyclone softball team, and you're very excited about this team, and with good reason. So, kind of refresh our memory. Recap what happened last year, would you please?
We went to the region. We lost in the region 1-0 in a real tough game down at Greenville. We had runners all over the place and just didn't get the big hit. I think we were as good as them, and just had a good group graduate. Those two both are playing in college now, so we just hope to build off of that and keep on going.
We streamed that one.
Yes, it's a
we
good ball game.
We played our hearts out. Just couldn't get that key hit.
Well, we had a couple that they knocked down that they probably shouldn't have, and the one big hit they got is probably caught 9 out of 10 times. There's a heck of an effort on it, but things happen in games. That's why you play them.
Yeah. So now we're reloading. Here we go, right?
I think reloading. I think we've got a chance to be pretty good if some of the things comes through. Madison was such a great pitcher for us and done so much for our program, and but we've got a couple coming back this year. Molly's arm was hurt a little bit last year, and she's back full strength. So. Really excited about what that kid's going to do for us. And then we got Lily McDuffie back pitching, and we also got Layla Bird in the freshman class. We've probably got more pitching than I've ever had that are all varsity level, so that really helps.
Yeah. We're talking to Coach Harden. We're here live at Cannon Furniture. Again, remember, everything is 50% off. The sale continues. That would be the bedroom suites, living room suites, dining room suites, all the recliners, everything under those categories are all 50% off for a limited time, and they continue the sale because it's gone so good, and they just want to keep it on. In fact, they got folks in here now, so we may have people in Cannon Furniture talk. We may not. When customers are in the building, that is priority, and we certainly get that. And so there's folks in here shopping. That's great. All right, let's run down the roster. Who's on the team this year?
Run down the roster here. You want me to start for the numbers? Just
Sure.
go through it. Okay, we'll go by class and number. Number 00 is Emma O'Quinn. She's a junior this year. Emma was her left fielder last year and does a tremendous job. She's probably going to have to play a little second base this year, and she's not crazy about that. But like anybody else on our team, she'll play where we need her and do all that, and I'm sure she'll do well. And then we have our senior, Cheyenne Perot, in center field. I think probably the best defensive center fielder in East Tennessee. And she's going to do great things for us. And Grace Whaley is in the sophomore class. Grace can do a little bit of everything there for us. Then we go on down. Josie Reese, number 5, is a sophomore catcher. Josie's worked really hard. We're working on her. We're going to start working a couple different positions and see what we have for her. And then Kennedy Harris, our Bluefield signee, our senior, will play first base, and she'll catch some. And Kennedy's an extremely good catcher, but she's probably the best first baseman I've had. So again, in high school, you have to play them where you need them. You know how that is. And then Gracie Eastep, a freshman, just came out. She didn't play at T.A. Duggar, but she's working hard and getting better for us. And then I have a junior, number 9, Hannah Morgan, in the junior class. Hannah's an outfielder / whatever I need her to do, and good kid. She's going to do good things for us this year. And then Maggie Howland, another senior. She's one of our outfielders. And Molly Johnson. Can't say enough about the way that kid's work. She's a pitcher, catcher, shortstop. Again, she'll play several different positions. And then our senior, Ember Jensen, will probably be either at short or second. It's just according to how the lineup, where it rolls around, how it works out. And then Lily McDuffie, a sophomore pitcher, number 13. Lily done a great job in that Tennessee High game, come in and pitched till the 10th inning when we got beaten the district over there in the last inning, a walk-off. And she needs to hold her head high. She done a tremendous job for us last year, and we're looking for really good things out of her this year. And then another senior, we got a bunch of them this year, more than I've ever had. Lana Ward, an outfielder. Lana will play some first base too, probably when Kennedy's catching. And then we have a freshman, Ari Collins, just coming in. Ari, I'll pronounce that wrong. Girls make fun of me the way I pronounce their names, but I'll do my best with that. And then another freshman, Piper Kate Bennett, coming in. Piper plays a little bit of first, plays a little bit of outfield. She's going to be a valuable asset for us this year. And then we have Ava Kellerman, another freshman, number 17. Lacey Campbell, a sophomore, 18. And then your favorite player there, I think, or you like talking about it the most, the road runner there, number 20, Maylee Ingram.
Got the wheels. Goodness.
Wheels like you wouldn't believe. Got a couple of colleges looking at her, and I've got to get her out there, her and Cheyenne both, and see if they want to play at the next level, which I think they're both good enough. I think you know that.
Good grief.
Nobody
Absolutely.
faster than Maylee there. And
no.
She'll play a little right, a little left, and she may play a little second base. She may fit in there where we need somebody. And she played it for us when she was little over in Little League, so I know she can still do it. And then we have our freshman Layla Bird. She'll pitch, she'll catch, and she'll just fill in wherever that day needs it. Hits the ball real well, and she's throwing the ball really hard right now. So some good things out of her. And then our little basketball player, Sadie Williams. She'll play some third and a couple different positions for us when she gets back. And we really support Coach Andrews and that team and hope they go a long way this year, and I think they will. They're playing awful good right now.
5th in the state this week. The polls came out for the first time. So we're talking to Coach Harden, and Coach Sadie is on the JV team, the girls basketball, Coach Egoff. So, yep, she does a great job. We go to church with her. She's a great kid, too. So she's a fighter. Goodness, she's a competitor. So
part of that state championship team we had, too. So.
Oh, yes, little Sadie Williams. She's a dandy. So you look at – we're talking about Maylee Ingram. So – I call her the Roadrunner for a reason, because there's twice, maybe 3 times last year, she rounded first and hit into second and shifted a gear, and it was just like a different gearbox. It was, oh, yes. How you do? Yes, I remember you. How you doing, sir?
A million years, but I thought that was
yes.
you.
Well, I'm glad. Are you doing good? Everything doing good?
Oh, I retired.
Yeah. Well, I'm
still.
still.
You're looking very well. I didn't want to interrupt you guys.
Oh no, you're good.
I'm looking very well. Thank you.
Well,
Botox.
I keep in touch with Bud.
Oh, do you? Good.
Because Bud and I were good friends. And
worked with you at
John.
Worked with you at QUT, didn't we?
Yeah,
back in the day.
Carl Swan.
Carl Swan.
My wife worked with Carl. I didn't mean to interrupt you guys.
Yeah, that's good.
Carl Swan from the OKPT days.
Yeah.
My wife was on television back in the late 70s.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, anyway,
well, it's good to see you, sir.
Knotheads that I know.
Yeah.
And you, Tom.
And me. Knotheads and me. I'm the head knothead.
Good seeing you, Tom.
Yes, sir. You too. I haven't seen him in years. Worked with him at the radio station out at QT, so you just never know, do you?
No, you don't.
You don't know who you're going to run into and say hello to. We're here live again. But anyway, Maylee Ingram, we're live here at Cannon Furniture. She'll round first. There's twice in the games. One of them was at home. One of them was down at, one of the road games I did. Where was it I went and did it? I can't remember. But anyway, I know for sure it doesn't make a difference where she was, but I just know she would round first. The ball was hit down to the left field corner, and she shifted gears at second, and it looked like she hit a different gearbox. That's why she got the nickname Roadrunner.
She's unbelievable. When she hits that third base, when she hits second on a single, I'm thinking of scoring her.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she's just unreal, and she'll do everything you tell her to, and she's all out every play, and that's what we like about her.
Yep. We're talking to Coach Harden. We are live. Kristen Cannon's going to join us coming up here from Cannon's in just a few minutes, and we got more sports to talk about here. Big night tonight in high school basketball around the region. Cyclones are down to Volunteer. The Wi-Fi signal, we've said repeatedly that it's not. We saw that last year. Unfortunately, we found it out during the district tournament. It was very hit and miss. Checked with them, and it's just not. Unfortunately, not any better. So we're not going to be there tonight for that one. We will be at home Friday night. Unicoi County is coming. It'll be a huge basketball game. And then on Saturday, a doubleheader. We're going to bring you a doubleheader with Science Hill coming to town. The guys and the Lady Hilltoppers are coming, so we'll have those for you on Friday and Saturday. Your softball schedule in the conference, who's going to be the big boys besides Elizabethton?
It's loaded. I think Tennessee High is going to be really good. They won it last year, and they've got their number one pitcher back. They lost 4 seniors, and then you've got Volunteer there, and Volunteer's got the kid that throws it really hard, the left-handed girl, and she's we got to her a couple times last year. That she beat us the first time, and then we adjusted and done a couple things different, and we beat them twice in the tournament, which they were really predicted to win it. So our kid's done something really well there. But those will probably be the top 2 or 3 teams right there. And then you've got Unicoi. Unicoi's always good, and then you've got Sullivan East. They've been good the last few years. So I think it's one of the toughest softball conferences around.
I think you're right. You open up with Crockett, and you go to Hampton, you come back home to Johnson County, you go to Granger County, you come home with Greenville. Well, it's a good one. You get to see Greenville at home on the 20th of March. That's a good one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're going down there as well later in the year. We're doing a home and away with them. It's getting harder and harder to schedule, but we've got it done. We've got you'll see a lot of good teams. We're playing Union, Virginia. They're always really good, and you know what Gate City is. And then we're going to Kentucky for a big tournament up there. And it's just anything. John Battle's supposed to be one of the best teams in that area this year, and we've got them twice. So we play everybody we can. It does make you better at tournament time.
Sure. we take on all comers. If we can make it work in the schedule, we do. Cosmetically, you made some changes at the softball field, Elizabeth, and continue to do that. Tell folks who may have not been there for a while some of the neat things you've done.
Well, come out and see our fence that they bought us last year. It makes a great hitter's background, and our park's there close to the road, and it really hurt the cars driving by, the kids trying to watch while they were hitting, and everybody walking and everything else. And we got that full white fence that it's 7 foot high. It blocks it, and it's just a really good hitter's background, and it helps for that perspective. And working on getting turf, hopefully for the infield eventually. That's in the future plans, and I hope that really works out for us in baseball both there. But we've got our building over there. We're very fortunate to be able to work indoors when a lot of people have to take off days. So, and you know how good a shape the infield and everything stays in there. So we continuously work hard on it, try to keep improving everything.
Social media, how we find out more about Lady Cyclone softball?
Well, we have a Facebook site. I don't run it. Miss Angie Johnson, a couple of the other ladies run it, and they do a tremendous job of that. We try to put some things out there, and we've got some special things going this year that Lucas Honeycutter, boys basketball coach, is teaching a sports promotion class, and he's going to get out and do some things for us. I think we're going to have a baby base run this year. I've been coaching so long, we're going to let some of the players that have kids come back, put their kids on the field with us, and I think it's going to be a real fun night for us. We've done breast cancer games, we've done teacher appreciation. Our military is one of my favorite that we do with Billy Sampson, but we post all that stuff and put it out there where people can see and hopefully come out and enjoy it. Usually if you can get people to come out and watch these kids, they'll come out more than once.
Mm-hmm. You get hooked.
It's one of the most exciting games that you can watch. It's quick. They're hard-nosed kids, you'll notice that, and it's just a fun game to watch.
Amy Whitson says, "Hey Tom, your coach Skitty." Is what she says? I got my glasses.
That's one of the nicknames for me. You remember Big Wes Irwin, one of our road graders?
Yes.
He gave me a nickname years ago, and all the kids do that now. So.
Emily loves Coach Skinny.
That's what she calls me.
There you go. Emily Whitson says she loves Coach Skinny. There you go. There you go. Can't top that, can we?
No, you can't.
It's good stuff. So, who is the premier softball team in Northeast Tennessee this year across all the divisions?
You would have to say Boone across all divisions because they're just so deep. I talked to Coach Jenkins at the TSSAA meeting last night. They're always loaded, and we're hoping. We're working on the schedule there. We're trying to get them in there. If he plays like in 5 tournaments. We just don't do that. We don't have the pitching to do the all day long tournaments and stuff like that. But he said if he had an opening or rain out or anything, a game that he couldn't make up, he's going to call. And I'd love to play him right before district tournament time because it's going to make you better seeing. He'll probably have a couple of the top pitchers in the area this year. And, you want to see the best before you go in.
District tournament will be where this year?
This year, let me think. It's at Unicoi this year.
Unicoi County.
And I don't know. We don't have it for a couple more years, but we go with the rotation, and I don't know what it'll affect. Next year, Volunteer goes out of our conference, and Crockett comes in. And, they're always they're one of the top programs around. They're always good.
Mm-hmm. Appreciate you coming by, sir. Thank you. Anytime we can promote his program, he says, you call me, and I'll come talk. That's awesome.
This is a great group of kids this year. I'm excited about them. They're already working hard, and can't wait till we get to start full practice. That's my favorite time of year, and we'll be in there giving it the best we can.
What, February the 13th?
February 13th,
yeah.
They get to spend Valentine's Day with us.
There you go. How many years you been coaching, sir?
This will be my 16th year.
16th year.
If you count the COVID year. So, and we just got 3 games in that year. So
the motor's still running?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're
Absolutely.
still there.
Oh, it's still there. Thank you, sir.
Thanks, sir.
Go Cyclones. Quick break. We'll be right back. We're live here again, as we are. We're at Cannon Furniture on the Tom Taylor Sports right here. Thought of one of our great sponsors again, our buddy Brian Pipkin from Phil's Dream Pit Catering. Tell us about catering.
Well, Tom, that's one thing that we don't advertise a whole lot, but that we do a lot of is catering for events. So you can give us a call. We can quote your pricing, sit you down, tell you exactly what we do, but we bring a crew out there. We set everything up for you. We serve all your guests. We tear it down. We clean up after ourselves and basically just take care of the whole shooting match for you. So we do a lot of weddings. Recently handled a celebration of life for a 5-year-old who lost his battle with cancer, so that was a little bit of an emotional day. But whatever the needs are, we're going to try to fill them. So give us a call. We'd love to cater your event.
Can we order anything off the menu, or do you have a select catering menu?
We do have a little bit of a selection. About the only thing that we can't do catering is our hash brown casserole. It doesn't travel and serve particularly well in that environment. It's something that needs to come out of the oven, stay warm, and stay fresh. But everything else is opened up. If it's not something that's on our catering menu and it's something you want, we'll figure it out.
What about the sides?
Sides, we do. So when we cater an event, we're going to come in with meat and with 3 of our sides. So, most customers take our pulled pork, make it simple. That way you don't have 5 or 6 different things and make sure you don't run out of food. But we can bring pulled pork. We can do our beans, macaroni and cheese, coleslaw, potato salad, macaroni salad. We're going to bring 3 of those sides with us. Make sure your guests have plenty to eat. Bring an entire crew out. Serve it just like you do here in the restaurant. We've got warmers that travel with us that run off electricity that keep things a lot hotter and fresher than the little gas things that you always see people bring out. So it's a full event. We bring our van, bring a crew, and we can get you set up for whatever you want.
Is there a number that you'll max out at? The more the merrier.
The more the merrier. It gets cost prohibitive to do really small groups. We'll quote it for you, and we'll try to make it work. But typically, you see it start paying off at 75, 100, 125, 150 people. And I know a lot of your following comes out of Elizabeth, and we'll go to Elizabeth and cater. I've got a wedding there in a couple of weeks that we're getting ready to do. So, we'll travel for these caterings to make it work for you if we can.
How do we get a hold of you?
423-349-6437 is the best way if you want to quote on catering. You can also view our website, philsdreampit.com. Select a little drop down that says other menus, and you'll see a catering menu and pricing. But we'll sit down and figure it all out for you and make it work if we can.
There you go. Well, our great sponsors, folks. Love coming out and promoting these folks again on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Brian and the gang right here at Phil's Dream Pit, the quest for perfect barbecue. Interstate 26, Eastern Star exit. Can't go wrong. Open Tuesdays through Saturdays at Phil's Dream Pit.
Our Black Friday sale is going on now. Save 50% or more on the largest in-stock furniture selection for every room of your house. Living room, bedroom, dining room, every room 50% off or more. Come get your new furniture at the #1 furniture store, Cannon's in Elizabeth.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We are live here at Cannon Furniture, where everything is half off. We say everything. We're talking bedroom furniture, living room furniture. You saw Chris's commercial, dining room furniture. All the recliners are half off right now here at Cannon Furniture in downtown Elizabeth. They've had good foot traffic in here already this morning. Here on a Tuesday morning, it's great. Also, they got a new special edition of the Traeger pellets. We got that right there. We'll get that for you in a minute. The Bold Blend Traeger pellets, which is what you cook with, of course, on the Traeger grills. And they have a special bedding right now. Any mattress purchase over $14.99, you get a free sheet set, mattress protector, and a couple of pillows they'll throw in for you. So that's pretty little added value. It's pretty cool. And so all that's going on here at Cannon Furniture, a mom and pop business in downtown Elizabeth, and they send trucks out all over the Tri-Cities. They're everywhere. I saw some, this week over in Johnson City. I've seen them. Passed one on the interstate. It was up around Bluntville. Passed one the other day going to, day before yesterday. Or no, yesterday. Passed one going up 19 on the way to Sullivan East to watch the ball game. So they're everywhere. Trucks are on the move all the time. Let's go back down the polls again for high school basketball out this week. For the boys, #1 team in the state are the Bartlett team out of West Tennessee at 13-5. Hillsborough 2, Cleveland 3, William Blount, the Governor's 4th in the state. Germantown at #5. In 3A basketball, top 5 in the state for boys, Livingston Academy, Haywood County, Lawrence County, Crockett County, and Stone Memorial. Tennessee High at #9 this week, and Unicoi County, an honorable mention, will play each other tonight in Irwin. In 2A basketball, East Nashville, Fairview, Milan, Chucky Doak, the Black Knights at #4 in the state, Gatlinburg Pittman at #5 in the state in boys basketball. And then in single A, Middleton, Clay County, Richland, the Hampton Bulldogs in #4 in the state, East Robertson at #5, and North Green at #10 in the state, and boys 1A basketball this week because the polls are out for the first time in the basketball season, and so that's good to see that we have local representation in the different classifications. In 4A basketball for the ladies, Bearden number 1, Coffee County number 2, Bradley Central number 3, Blackman number 4, Bartlett number 5. In 3A basketball, Jackson Southside number 1, the defending state champion Upperman at number 2 in the state, White County, Dyer County, Elizabethton, Lady Cyclones currently 5th in the state, and Greenville, Lady Green Devils at number 10 in the state in girls basketball. In 2A, it's Westview, Alcoa, York Institute, Huntington, and Gatlinburg Pittman's ladies number 5 in the state. Some of I. Then in single A, Wayne County, the Hampton Lady Bulldogs at 14-0 going to try and tie a school record tonight against University High, which I would think on paper that would be I would think that would happen. Wayne County, Hampton, Clark Grange, Clay County, McKenzie, the top 5 of the state. So the Hampton Lady Bulldogs, highest-ranked team in the area, at number 2 in the state in girls basketball. Elizabethton's Lady Cyclones, number 5 in the state. Let's see, as we said, Tennessee High's boys, number 9 in the state. Unicoi County gets honorable mention. That's in 3A basketball. In 1A, the Hampton Bulldogs at number 4 in the state. The North Green boys, number 10 in the state. Then you have, as we said on the girls' side, Elizabethton, number 5 in the state. Greenville, number 10. And you also have Hampton, the number 2 ranked, or the second-ranked team in the state in girls lady basketball. Lady Bulldogs and the Lady Cyclones are ranked. Here's your schedule again tonight. It will be Unaka at Cloudland, University High in Hampton to battle the Bulldogs, West Green at North Green, South Green at Happy Valley, Johnson County, the Longhorns hosting Chucky Doak tonight. You have Elizabethton at Volunteer, Tennessee High, Unicoi County, Daniel Boone at West Ridge, and Science Hill hosting the Crockett Pioneers tonight. That's your schedule in boys and girls basketball on this Tuesday, January the 10th. We are at Cannon Furniture in downtown Elizabeth, and we'll take a break. We'll be right back, and we'll be joined. We are scheduled to have Kristen Cannon coming in next year on the Tom Taylor Sports.
What's your definition of fresh? At Food City, ours starts every morning as our certified butchers hand cut everything you see behind the counter fresh that day. Fresh also means our beef is ground in the store several times a day, time-stamped with the hour it was ground. That's a fresh guarantee. The fact is, it just doesn't get any fresher than this. That's why we say, start fresh with Food City.
Our Black Friday sale is going on now. Save 50% or more on the largest in-stock furniture selection for every room of your house. Living room, bedroom, dining room, every room 50% off or more. Come get your new furniture at the #1 furniture store, Cannon's in Elizabethton.
More from Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. 'Tis the season. Tell us what it's all about here, Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance.
It is. It's about asphalt and concrete. Asphalt paving, asphalt striping, asphalt sealing, asphalt crack fill, asphalt maintenance of all sorts, from driveways to basketball courts, sidewalks for concrete and driveways and pads. We've been in business for over 20 years serving the greater Northeast Tennessee area.
Mm-hmm.
So give us a call. We're building up for the year and taking off right now.
323-8726. You make that phone call, you get an estimator coming out to give you an estimate. Step us through that. How does that work?
Well, it's no obligation. So you call our office, and generally we're, next day, 2 or 3 days at most.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get we've got 2 estimators, a maintenance estimator and a paving estimator, and we'll get whichever fits your needs out there.
Mm-hmm.
And then, it's a conversation. We want to hear what you want and see what kind of, what shape your driveway's in, and just give you our recommendations. Sometimes, most of the time, that results in an estimate.
Mm-hmm.
Get a price on what it is for us to come out there and repair it. Sometimes it's just a conversation on, hey, we'll see you in a couple years, or, you don't need any work right now.
323-8726, the number to call. As you heard him say, for no obligation estimate. They'll be out in a couple of days, and they're out, they're on the way. They go all across the Tri-Cities geographically. They go all the different stops. So wherever you may be, you think maybe we're too far out. Nope, call and see. 323-8726. Social media, how do we find you?
You find us on Facebook, Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance.
Yep, and also on the web?
BrackenPaving.com.
There you go. And there it's just that easy, folks. Give these folks a call. Asphalt or concrete. Are we back? Looks like we are. Good. All right, we're back. Had a little glitch. Don't know what happened there, but we're back. All right, let's take a look at top 25 college basketball for tonight. Let's see. Is it here? Yeah, we got it going. All right. Had a little glitch. Don't know why, but a little glitch. It's called modern technology. Tennessee plays tonight. 9 o'clock, Thompson Bowling Arena, Tennessee and Vanderbilt. That'll be going on tonight. The Commodores coming to town. Other games, 11th ranked Kansas State against Oklahoma State. 18th ranked Wisconsin. Hello, Betty Lacey. Have a great day. You do the same, lady. Wisconsin, the Badgers hosting Michigan State. 14th ranked Iowa State will host Texas Tech tonight. Number 2 ranked Kansas. New polls are out. The Jayhawks, number 2 in the country, they'll host Oklahoma. 21st ranked Auburn travels to Ole Miss tonight. 13th ranked Virginia hosting North Carolina. Tar Heels will be in Charlottesville tonight to take on the 13th ranked Cavaliers. And 23rd ranked Nevada. They will be, they will be in San Diego, take on, I couldn't read it, 23rd ranked San Diego State. So let's go through them again. 11th ranked Kansas State hosting Oklahoma State. 18th ranked Wisconsin home to Michigan State. 14th ranked Iowa State hosting Texas Tech tonight. Number 2 Kansas home to Oklahoma. We're doing this chronologically. Number 21 Auburn travels to Ole Miss tonight. Tennessee, 5 o'clock tip-off, or not 5 o'clock, 9 o'clock tip-off. 5th ranked team in the country. The Volunteers will take on Vanderbilt in Knoxville tonight. 13th ranked Virginia hosting North Carolina, and 23rd ranked San Diego State home to Nevada. That's your games going on tonight in men's top 25 college basketball. NFL playoffs are set tonight, or not tonight. NFL players set for this weekend. Saturday, Seattle and San Francisco and the Chargers in Jacksonville. On Sunday, a triple-header, NFL playoffs opening week. Miami will be in Buffalo. The Giants, New York will be in Minnesota to battle the Vikings, and the Bengals home to the Ravens. Then on Monday night, next week, the Cowboys will travel to Tampa Bay, take on Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He's here. He's ready. He's going to join us coming up next. He is here. Rick Walters from Rick Walters Horseman Insurance, one of our great sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, and also Cyclone Sports. He joins us right after this timeout. We are live right here. This is where we are at Cannon Furniture in downtown Elizabethton, where bedroom suits, living room suits, dining room suits, recliners are all 50% off right now. Going on at Cannon Furniture in downtown Elizabeth. Again, physical therapy services, Balance Center, something brand spanking new you're very excited about. Tell us about it.
Oh, very excited. It's a new joint venture that we have with Dr. Schumacher in Johnson City, where basically the audiologists are doing the specialized testing for vertigo and vertigo issues. And basically that testing is then interpreted, and then as a PT, then we come in and then do the specialized treatment for it. All our therapists have been certified through the American Institute of Balance in Tampa, Florida. They're world-renowned balance experts. So basically anyone that has vertigo or dizziness, most people over the age of 65, I think there's a 70% chance that you will at least experience vertigo once in your lifetime. Of that, most of those people that experience vertigo, they'll actually have a second episode. About half of those will have a second episode. Falls are a big problem for our elderly population, and it keeps them from doing what they want to do. So the Balance Center is designed to help those people get over that fear of falling, to fix that inner ear issues. And you got to be careful with where you go. You got to make sure that the people that are doing the balance stuff actually know what they're doing, because it's very easy to screw things up if you do the wrong treatment in the wrong order.
Exciting news. So how can we find out more about this on social media?
Look us up on Facebook, Physical Therapy Services PA, or Physical Therapy Services in Elizabethton. You can also call us 423-543-0073 in Elizabethton, or email us at ptsstaff@yahoo.com with any questions that you have. If we can't get you better, we'll put you in touch with the people that can.
A new program, new concept called the Balance Center. Check it out on social media. Again, Physical Therapy Services, one of our great sponsors, the Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
guess I'll.
You what?
I work at the Chick-fil-A.
I go to that Chick-fil-A all the time.
He came to the drive-thru. Before I can give him his change, he drove away. It was a month before he came back in.
Marcus hands me this envelope, and it's like $3.
I kept it in my back pocket for over a month.
That's crazy. I'm just like pretty stunned.
She's like, dude, you serious? What?
Appreciate the $3, man.
Yeah.
And we found out we both play trumpet.
Nope. You're not Kristen Cannon, but you are Rick Walters. There we go. Now we're back with the Tom Daly Sports Show. We're joined by Rick Walters, Horseman Insurance. How you doing, sir?
Hey, doing great, Tom.
Yeah. Looking sharp, by the way.
Oh, thanks. Thanks for inviting me.
ZZ Top, you're a sharp-dressed man, so there you go. We're at Cannon Furniture. As we've said, the sale continues. Everything that we've talked about, all the furniture is half off. Bedroom suits, living room suits, dining room suits, recliners, couches, lamps, chairs, sofas, end tables. You know, if you don't want a whole bedroom suit or living room suit, just need a new chair, new end table, new coffee table, whatever. They're all 50% off right now. And it's a good problem to have. Kristen's been trying to get up here 3 times here on the show, but we've got so many folks here in the store shopping that they've got to take care of them, and I totally get that. That comes first. Commerce comes first. So how's things going? You won some more awards, didn't you?
Oh, maybe. we'll find out later.
Now, he's been away on trips. He's won trips. Tell us where you went in 2022. You won a few trips.
I went up to Pennsylvania and Orlando, just MDRT and that sort of thing.
Yeah, he's blown it off, but he's what, one of the top 10 agents in the country?
I think so. I'm pretty close this year.
How many are the ballpark number of agents?
3,000.
So I'm sitting beside one of the top 10 agents in the country in Horseman Insurance. And he's right here based in the 5 counties: Carter County, Unicoi County, Sullivan County, Washington County, Johnson County.
Right.
You didn't think I'd know that. See, I pay attention. Of course, I'm a proud card-carrying member of Horseman Insurance on my automobile and on my home. And we're going to talk about that a little bit. But we're going to talk a lot about life insurance. So let's hit this right here and get this party started. Talking to our buddy Rick Walters, Horseman Insurance, one of our great sponsors. Let's talk about life insurance. Why do we need it? Who needs it? Give us an overall about life insurance from Horseman Insurance.
Well, Tom, with the pandemic that we've had a lot of people that have passed away unexpectedly. Mm-hmm. And so I'm seeing a lot more interest and a lot more sales in life insurance and people who are concerned about making sure that their loved ones are taken care of if something should happen to them. Also seeing a lot of interest of, people are looking at their finances a little bit better nowadays, and things are a little bit more expensive, but a lot of people have saved money their whole life, and they've got money in 401ks and IRAs and different types of retirement plans. And when I sit down with them and we're reviewing all of their financial needs, a lot of people don't think about making life insurance as part of that overall estate plan. And I kind of ask the question, what do you want to have happen to your money while you're still alive? What do you want to do with your money? And then if something were to happen to you, what would you like to see your money? How would you like to see your money go? Mm-hmm. And a lot of times, if people are going to leave money in their 401ks or their IRAs to someone else, like a child or something, a lot of times passing it down from one generation to the next, within 10 years, they're going to have to pay 100% taxes, or they're going to have to pay taxes on that at their rate. So they would have to add that as taxable income. So the absolute worst place to leave finances, money from passing down from one generation to the next, is in retirement plans, because retirement plans are taxable. You've never paid taxes on that money, and Uncle Sam kind of wants his funds. And so one of the things that we do at Horseman is we have an educational program where we sit down and talk with the clients and see what they want to do, and I'll ask them sometimes, who's your beneficiaries? If something were to happen to you, who do you want this retirement plan to go to? And they'll name a couple of kids, and I said, well, you forgot one. I said, you've got another beneficiary that's going to come in and take about a third of it, and he's one of your long lost uncles. Some people call him Sam, but
Uncle Sam.
But about 30% of that money in those retirement plans are going to go away. Whereas if you were to take that money and convert some of it into either a single premium or a life insurance policy where you're getting ready to retire, you're reaching to a point where you've kept that retirement plan for so long, you're now 72 years old, the IRS is going to make you start taking money out of it and paying taxes on it. And so, that would be a good time to look at it and say, well, let's, instead of me pulling it out and paying taxes on it, let's take some of it out while it's small, and put it in a life insurance policy for the loved ones or for a charity that I want. However you want to leave the money. St. Jude's Hospital, set up a trust. We help people get in touch with attorneys to set up a trust, and you can say, well, I want my grandson to have the money when he graduates, a little bit when he graduates high school, when he graduates college, he gets a little bit more. When he gets married, he gets a little bit more. It's kind of like controlling them from the grave there, Tom.
Absolutely.
But life insurance is a good way to do that, and not only does it give them a peace of mind that their money's going to continue to live, in their honor after they pass away. Because a lot of times, I've met with clients, they've had a lot of money, and I said, "What are you going to do with all this money?" And the guy, he had several $1 million, and he said, "Well, I'm going to spend it." He goes, if you spend $3,000 a day between now and the time you're 99, you're not going to spend all this money.
Wow.
So people don't realize, that's the case. So let's look at some things, and we can help them with a life insurance policy to decide, what you want to do with your money. And people don't look at it like that. But, the most important thing about life insurance is young people. When you've got a family, and a lot of times you don't think of say you've got a stay-at-home wife, you don't think of the job that she's doing if she wasn't there to do it. If she wasn't cooking and cleaning and taking care of the kids, doing the laundry. I always tell young married couples, I said, if something happens to her, he's got two choices. He either leave him some money in a life insurance policy that he can help hire people to do what she's doing right now, or he's got to marry the first woman that comes along that'll hire him, that'll have him. And so if you want him to have time to pick a good one, let's get some life insurance on the wife and make sure that the kids are going to be taken care of, and the husband, of course, everyone knows that they need life insurance.
Phone number to call?
You can call 543-0059 at Horace Mann here in Elizabethton.
Give him a call. Let him sit down with you life insurance, whether you're married, divorced, widow, widower, young person, middle-aged person, senior citizen. Phone call away. Sit down and let this gentleman help you out. He does a phenomenal job. Rick Walters, Horace Mann Insurance, one of our proud sponsors here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show and on Cyclone Sports. So you sit down with people all the time, don't you? From different. I just went through married people, divorced people, widows, widowers. Life constantly changes. As you said, unexpected passing of folks during COVID, so it's made everybody kind of sit up and take notice, haven't they?
It has, and it's really been a big part of our success there at Horace Mann. One of the things that Horace Mann does that a lot of companies don't is when you take out a life insurance policy with us and you've got auto and home, we're going to give you discounts on those auto and homes by bundling them together. So just like getting a home auto discount, adding another line of business like a life insurance policy. And a lot of times, Tom, when you've got young kids, and I found this a lot, when you've got young kids that has a policy and they're under 21 and you're paying those high prices, if you were to take out a life insurance policy on that kid, it's going to do a couple of things. It's going to make sure that they're going to be insurable when they get ready to have a family. And suppose they find out they've got diabetes when they're 21 years old, and that just about eliminates them from having life insurance for the rest of their life. If you start a policy when they're young, then they can continue that policy on throughout the rest of their life. A lot of times, the savings that you'll get on your home and auto will pay for that life insurance policy for the kid. And so
it's a no-brainer.
It's like getting a free policy.
Yeah.
And so take time to think about having life insurance on the kids. One day you don't buy life insurance with your money, you buy it with your health. And there's going to be a point in everyone's life. I always tell people if you could dial that 800 number where they had the Psychic Friends Network, and you ask that lady two questions. First question I'd ask her is, what's the day I'm going to pass away suddenly in an accident?
And she won't know.
She won't know. Or I want to know the day that I'm going to become uninsurable. if I knew those 2 days, I'd call my insurance agent and I'd have him come write a big policy
right
before
then.
one of those 2 days.
Yeah.
And I'd die a hero. You know? So
Good point.
So you don't know those 2 days. You don't know when you're going to pass away suddenly in an accident or from COVID or some sickness that comes on, and you don't know the point in your life when the insurance company says, hey, look, you're too sickly to qualify for a life insurance policy. You know, we don't have enough time to collect premiums to make it worth our while. And that's kind of how life insurance works.
We're talking to Rick Walters. We're live here again at Cannon Furniture, where, again, all the furniture is half off. Bedroom suites, living room suites, lamps, end tables, coffee tables, dining room sets, recliners are all 50% off. Here's some more folks coming in. Tell you what, it's been busy in here this morning. I love it. It's been very steady. It's what we want. It's the name of the game. So get folks in here looking around. If things are half off, it's pretty much a no-brainer in it when you can come in and get something that was $100 for $50 and walk out with the same quality product, just half the price. It's really a no-brainer, isn't it?
It is. That sounds like a deal. I might have to walk around and see what they got.
They got some good stuff. I know I bought a bedroom suit and a living room suit here a year ago. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Good stuff. All right. I want to switch gears. Wintertime is here. We're not out of the woods yet by any stretch of the imagination as far as winter. We know that. February is typically a pretty wintry and snowy month. So far, I've had a pretty, with the exception of that 2-day cold snap a couple of weeks ago, by and large, been pretty mild. I mean, we're talking 60s again tomorrow, and before it drops back down again, but still 50s today. But we know that homeowners need to have the right insurance for wintertime weather, so I'm going to ask him some questions, and let's do it again. We're talking to our buddy Rick Walters from Horseman Insurance, one of our great sponsors. Homeowners, what do we need to have on our checklist for our homeowners insurance with winter weather here?
Well, just like anything, making sure your home's insured to value is the number one thing. A lot of times I'll have people who'll come in and they'll have an insurance policy and you know their replacement costs on their house they haven't changed in years. And I don't know if you've bought a 2x4 10 years ago versus a 2x4 today down at Lowe's. You can tell there's a big difference. And so when I look at that policy and they say, hey, look, well, this you only have $150,000 worth of coverage on this 2,000 square foot house. It's going to take $250,000 to rebuild it if something were to happen to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, the insurance company will pay that $150,000, and then you'll have to come up with another, $100,000 to rebuild your house back the way it was. So the number one thing is make sure it's insured to value. Number two thing is make sure that you've got enough liability insurance on the home. A lot of times I'll see people with just $100,000 liability on the house, and a lot of times that might not be enough. If someone were to get killed on your property or someone would get really seriously injured and you were determined to be at fault, $100,000 isn't going to go very far. It's not going to pay very many medical bills nowadays. You've got a lot of times when people look at their house, they can adjust their deductibles to kind of help them save money. If you've got money in a 401k or a 403b plan, you're able to help get to that money, to use it to help rebuild your house if it was to burn down. Ever since Katrina, they passed a law that you can do that without the IRS penalty. You still have to pay taxes, but you can afford to go with a higher deductible. If something happens to your house, let's say it's less than $5,000, that's just the perils of owning a home. If you've got a little bit in savings that you can kind of set aside, and if you have a window get broken out or something like that, you're able to repair that pretty quickly. But if you were to have something like a kitchen fire, and let's say it did $70,000 worth of damage, they're going to send you a check for $65,000. And when you're playing with big numbers like that, somebody's going to fix it here in Elizabethton for $65,000 just as well as they'll fix it for $70,000.
Mm-hmm.
And so, when you're dealing with big numbers like that, they're not going to cut corners. You'll get the same quality in doing that. And in the meantime, you're saving yourself some premium dollars throughout the year.
We're talking to Rick Walters again. He wants a chance to quote your homeowner's insurance, your car insurance, your life insurance. Phone number to call is
543-0059 here in Elizabeth.
He covers 5 counties. He is the agent of choice in 5 counties, or Horseman Insurance: Carter County, Washington County, Sullivan County, Unicoi County, Johnson County. One of our great sponsors here at Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show, Rick Walters, Horseman Insurance, based right here in Elizabethton. We got mulch coming up. Tell me about that mulch sale.
Yeah, man. Cyclone football. You know, the kids are out there practicing every day, and they're in the weight room, and I hear those weights clanking, and you know, seeing reports that you know, we've got some good players getting stronger, getting better, and so we're looking like we're going to have a good team. And you know, right around the corner, we're going to be having our annual mulch sale, and so you know, start thinking about that. You know, don't make any plans to go buy mulch on your own. See a football player, see one of the administrators, see one of the coaches. Come by my office. We'll place the order for you, and make sure these boys. You know, if you buy enough, they're going to deliver it to your house. A lot of places won't do that. And you know, for a couple extra dollars, you might even talk them into spreading it out for you. But the boys are really good about selling mulch this time of year. I think last year we sold close to 10,000 bags. And so, you know, you think that's a whole lot, but, you know, if you got 80 kids on the team, you're only looking at about 150 bags apiece to get to 10,000. So, you know, we can get them selling 150 bags apiece, and, you know, we're good to go. You know, with the funds that we need for next year, if we go to the state championships. I mean, every trip in the playoff, you know, we're guaranteed 10 games. Something last year was only 9, but hopefully this year we'll have 10 games.
We do, yeah.
And then from there, you know, everything else isn't planned. So you've got you know, going to the different playoff games. You know, we might have to travel on the buses. We might have to feed the kids. Might have to get a hotel room like we did down in the state. You know, last year or year before last. So there's a lot of expenses that come along with that, and the mulch sales really been one of our biggest sellers, I guess, or our biggest fundraisers that we have, and you know, we hope that everyone helps support that this year.
When's the start? Is it already started?
It'll probably start around the 1st of February. And so we're getting things together right now. We're lining up the different types that we're going to be selling, and getting some bids on some of the different types. So, you know, with transportation cost, just like anything else, prices are going up for us. So it's going to be going up everywhere. So.
Rick Walters, Horseman Insurance. So we'll tell you more about that once the mulch sale comes. I know folks buy the mulch, not even tied into Cyclone football, just because they want the mulch at the price they get. So usually different colors and different options. So we'll have all that for you when we find out, and they get it all set and ready to go by the 1st of the month. Very good. So everything else going good?
It is. You can't say enough good things about you know, about the community and the support that we get for the football games and the support we get for Horace Mann. I mean, it's just a great place to live.
It is, no question. Thank you, sir.
I appreciate it.
As always, our buddy Rick Walters, Horseman Insurance. Quick break. We'll be right back right after this. We're live here again, Wiz we are. We're here at Cannon Furniture in downtown Elizabethton on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Physical therapy services, so it's been busy. What's been going on?
Busy. Everybody keeps breaking their arm.
Breaking arms?
Yeah. We've had a lot of proximal humerus fractures. We're getting more athletic injuries again, you know, after Christmas, into the season, conditioning, that kind of thing. So we have some athletes coming in, a lot of ankles, that kind of thing. So, and people are still having surgeries.
A lot of surgeries?
A lot of surgeries, yes.
Tell us some things you do that we may not know that you do and go, you take care of the obvious and people get hurt. What's some things that you help folks with and we may not know about?
Vertigo. That has actually been a big thing. I've done several assessments on vertigo the last few days. Lots of BPPV stuff. We do laser. We have an AlterG. That's an anti-gravity treadmill, and it's wonderful. We love it. We just got it tuned up for the year, so it's ready to go. That allows us to offload our athletes or surgical patients or anybody that needs to kind of offload and start from there. We also have several of the local, like, cross-country teams or track teams that come and use the AlterG as well. So we have a good old AlterG. We have dry needling. We do traction. We tape. We do everything.
Do it all?
Yeah.
2 locations?
Yes. We have one location down beside the VFW. That's the main ortho adult clinic. And then we also have a pediatric clinic. It's in the medical care building on the Waffle House side. And we have OT and PT for our kids. And so you can find us on Facebook. We have 2 different Facebooks, or you can call us at 423-543-0073.
Dr. Aaron Kaiser, one of our great sponsors right here on Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Folks in Port Travis Deli, it's football time in Tennessee, as the late John Ward said. So Friday night, going to the ball game, come by and get your sandwiches. Tell us how you can help us.
Hey, just give us a call, 543-6128, and tell us what you like. White dark bread, we've got ham, turkey, roast beef, corned beef, pastrami, make a good steak sandwich. You want some chicken salad, some pickles and eggs. If you just want a snack, some people just like to snack at the ball game, don't really want to eat a big meal. We can take care of that for you. We got chips and drinks if you want to pack your cooler or whatever. Got anything you need.
Yep, 543-6128 is what you call, or the number you call, and he'll have it ready for you. So if you're heading to the game, how much time should we allow you to get them ready?
Usually about 10 to 15 minutes is a pretty good time.
Yep, 10 or 15 minutes.
About 10 to 15 minutes, we'll take care of you.
Yep, ready to go. 543-6128. Again, it will be an excellent opportunity to come by here and get some great food.
Yep, love to serve you.
Love to serve you, absolutely. How do you find us on social media?
We got a Facebook page. You can look us up there, leave us some feedback, give us a like.
Yep. Friday night football, Saturday football, whenever you need sandwiches, here's the place to come. Port Travis Deli at 543-6128, one of our great sponsors here on Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
After a long, hard day at work, all you want to do is relax at home, right? But how can you possibly relax when your home's not comfortable? If you want to feel more comfortable at home, give Advanced Heat Pump Systems a call today. With over 30 years of experience and the most innovative solutions, you can rest assured that Advanced Heat Pump Systems will make your home more comfortable. Give them a call today, 926-2665, or visit them online at advancedheatpump.com.
Hi, this is Big Country, and you're watching my buddy Tom Taylor and the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We are live here again at Cannon Furniture again on this Tuesday, and more folks keep coming to the door. It's great. I love it. It's what it's all about. Why would you not come in here and take advantage of the sale here at Cannon's Furniture in downtown Elizabethton, where everything is, all the furniture is half off. Bedroom suits, living room suits, dining room suits, the recliners, everything is half off right now. They've got folks here being waited on. There's folks back here being waited on. There's a couple back here being waited on. So it's hopping. And hello, Jenny Crow. Thank you, Jenny. You have a great day, too. Appreciate you. And Betty Lacey, Amy Whitson, some of the folks watching the show. Again, we appreciate you very, very much. And so, again, it is all the furniture half off. The sale continues here at Cannon's Furniture in downtown Elizabethton. And, of course, they will deliver it for you around the Tri-City. So what they did with mine, as I've told you the story before, this was a year ago, but again, they came, they're supposed to be there at 9 o'clock, was there at 9:02. Wasn't like you had to wait 4 or 5 hours to get there, and they're hung up and got this happen, that happening. No, they were there at 9:02, and they took out my old bedroom suit, put in a new bedroom suit, set it up where I wanted it, had it all set. The guys took it off the truck. They don't just leave it on your front porch in a box. They actually bring it in, set it up where you want it, take your old out, and they're in, they're out, they're on their way. They have enough staffing where you're not there. It's not an all-day job. They're out there, I think, probably gone in maybe an hour. They had everything done out the door, loaded up on the truck, and heading back here to the store. And then the next day, we get a phone call from the folks here at Cannon's, want to make sure everything was good to your liking, and how was this and how was that. So that's what you get when you deal with Cannon Furniture here in downtown Elizabeth. They've been here since the 70s, and again, they've got this big sale going on. It's been such a boomer for them. They just keep it running. It's been going on. She is going to be here, ladies and gentlemen. Here, I'm winging it, but I'm not winging it. I'm telling you what's going on because they do a great job. But this will be the rose and the thorn. Look here, ladies and gentlemen. This would be Mrs. Cannon. So let me hit, I think you're on 3. You are. Did I get your name spelled right?
Yes.
Gosh, how's that? How you doing?
Good.
I like this lady. We made friends. We are friends, aren't we?
Sure. Yes.
Yes. Last time I saw her, we were down at Big Dan's Barbecue. She was down there with Mr. and Miss Cannon. So Kristen's in the house. 50% off all the furniture. Been busy this morning.
We have. I've been trying to get over here.
I know that.
A couple hours.
That's okay. I mean, as I said on the show, that comes first. People in the store take precedence, and I know that, because that's commerce. That's why they're got the doors open, the lights on to sell furniture. So when folks are in here needing help, she gives them help. So what are folks looking at today? What have you been helping folks with?
Oh, a little bit of everything. Some people looking actually a return customer. She's done several rooms with us now. Came back wanting to do some custom work, so looked at a few things with her, some living room groups. I know Adrian, he's sold a few groups this morning and is still with customers.
It's been steady stream. I'm right here at the front door. It's been a steady stream. And so, again, why would you not? When things are half off, you still get the same great value, everything in here, except it's 50% off. Bedroom suites, living room suites, dining room suites, recliners. So if you took a step back, and you personally, the folks you've helped over the last, since we were here, we've been gone. We were here about 30 days ago. What is there a trend? Is there more are you personally selling more bedroom suites or living room suites, or a little bit of everything?
It's been a good mix. Let's say a lot of living rooms and a lot of mattresses.
A lot of mattresses, living room suites. So if you want an end table or a lamp or a coffee table, even though you don't buy the set, it's still 50% off, right?
The coffee tables, end tables are.
Yeah. So there you go. So if you're looking for a coffee table, end table, they're half off.
And speaking of lamps, I did just get in a new shipment, about 10 different lamps. So some new fresh looks in here.
Floor lamps?
10.
10 of them, are they floor lamps?
No, lamps.
Tabletop lamps, yeah. It's cool. So there's something brand spanking new.
I was afraid you didn't understand me with my lisp from my half-numb face from dental work this morning.
I wasn't going to say that. I said, good morning, she said.
In case people are wondering why I'm slurring my words.
I walked in, I said, good morning. She said, hello. I said, okay. So
you said it's fine. No one will notice.
It's fine. Nobody will notice. No. You don't think they will? You don't think they will? I said, no. They won't. No. I thought, when I first walked in, I thought, she stayed up and watched the football game. It's been late. But no, she's been to the dentist this morning. It's wearing off though now, right? For the most part?
Maybe a little better. She numbed me up really well this morning. So.
You are hilarious.
Very numb.
Which side is it? That's all?
This whole side here.
I would have never known that. So now we've told her secrets. She's been to the dentist, and she thinks we can't understand her, but we can. So bedroom furniture, living room furniture, dining room furniture, recliners. So a lot of recliners over Christmas, and, football season's over for college, but NFL starting this weekend. So if you want a recliner, you say, I'm going to sit back and watch my favorite team. It's time for a new recliner. Valentine's Day is coming up. That's another reason to get a recliner. So what are the brand names we sell?
So we have Bassett, Barca Lounger, Benchcraft, Ashley, England. We have a lot of really good looking recliners that aren't just your typical overstuffed, big fabric recliners. We have a lot of really nice leather recliners, manual, pushback, power. Some that I even have one in my house. It looks like a chair. Some nice nail head trim, so you don't have to have. Somebody wants a recliner in your house, and you're opposed to the way it looks. You can find one that looks good.
Yeah, a lot of different styles. Now, there's some that have his chair and her chair in the middle. They got like a little
console.
Console, there you go, with the cup holder, and you can hold the remote and all that. You sell those, but you have singles, and you have, as we said, all different styles and types, colors. Chocolate brown, I guess, would probably be kind of the prevalent color, or not?
Big variety of colors, a lot. And then the leathers, anywhere from as light as we have ivory, burgundy, navy, caramel, chocolate brown, light gray, dark gray. We have some that swivel. It's a good variety.
That's why we bring her over here. She knows the colors, the swivels, because she does this every day for a living. This is what she does. Hello, Kathy Lyles in Hampton. Thank you, and Jenny Crow, and Betty Lacey, and Amy Whitson. Thank you guys for watching the show. We're here live at Cannon Furniture. Geographic.
You even had a fan that stopped in this morning. I thought he was going to jump on the show with you.
Yeah, well, he did. Richard, you know about Richard? The guy that had the UT shirt on? Yeah, he and I go back a long way. He
made it in.
Yeah. Oh, he came in. He came over and talked. He said, I'm not interrupting, are you? I said, no, come on, talk. So, are we live? I said, yeah, we are. He said, you and I have talked. You just used to work at QUT. I said, yeah, I know. That was a long time ago. But, yeah, we kind of reconnected. I haven't seen him probably in 15, 20 years. So, good guy. He's retired. He buy something?
He did.
That's what did he buy? Recliner?
He was with Adrian, so I think it was some living room.
Yeah, so there you go. Half off. So this is the sale we talked about for Black Friday and Christmas, and we've continued the sale, right? Just
We have.
carrying it on. So typically you've been here. Adrian's here now, who does a great job, the bearded one. So you've been here through many Valentine's Days. What do folks come in and buy for furniture for Valentine's Day? Do they come in and get his and her recliners, or does he come in and get her living room suite? Is there any trend on that, how that works?
Just kind of, a lot of people, even at Christmas this year, they said we're not getting each other gifts. We're going to redo a room, so they may do a new bedroom, new living room.
Just whatever, huh? What kind of accessories? I mean, I see these glass. I'd like to get those, put this on camera. I think those are, I've been looking at them the whole show. Those are really cool. Well, how would you describe those?
That's just a glass base. We'll teach you one day.
She's going to teach me.
We have, of course, lamps, vases, some plants, little wooden riser boards, different little
We'll get Adrian. Adrian,
things like that.
would you hand me that little vase right there, the little tiny one, the glass one, the smaller? No. Yes, sir. So I don't look like a complete goober.
Those, let's see, do these come in a, yep, these are a set of 2.
Okay, there's that. I've been looking at this the whole time. So this is a, as she calls it, and it is a glass vase. It's on sale. Regular $150, got it on sale for $89.99. So it comes with glass and this, which is really cool. So these are
So
some.
it's a set of 2, so a smaller and then a larger
Yeah,
vase.
you get the set for the price, half price. There's one a little bit bigger with the, we'll say it's eucalyptus. That was up. Was that?
I'm not sure. I'm not the plant. I don't think that's eucalyptus, but I'm not sure what that is.
She just took it away from me. We're done with that. Okay. Okay. All righty. So we have clocks. We have, what other kind of accessories do we have, ma'am?
Well, we have a lot of grilling accessories. Those are good Valentine's gifts.
Day, yeah.
Make yourself a steak dinner.
On a
For
Traeger grill.
Valentine's.
Yeah. Now you were telling me last time we were down here before Christmas, you had went home that night and made some kind of different concoction I would have never dreamed you'd put on a grill. Gosh, what was it? Used the Japanese.
Cheese?
Yeah, it was cream cheese. That's what it was. Yep, cream cheese. And used the Japanese sauce.
I didn't use the Japanese sauce on the cream cheese.
Oh.
I don't know how that would work out. You
No.
try it and let us know.
No, I'm
Of
not
a
doing that,
cooking
so.
segment. You be the taste tester.
Well,
I usually
stepped
do
into that one. Okay.
some seasonings on the grilled cheese or a jalapeno jelly, like a peach jalapeno or
That's-
raspberry jalapeno.
And Chris had on the grill out here for the open house back in December. He had, was it scrambled eggs and the little goldfish crackers? Had them on the grill. Am I right?
I don't know about the eggs, but he did have the goldfish crackers. I may have done cream
Quiche. He had
cheese
quiche
on
on
that
it. He had the quiche. That's what it was.
too.
wasn't it?
So
It was quiche and the little goldfish crackers he had on the grill, the Traeger grill. So they have, how many different styles of grills do we have here? If you had to guess, 5 or 6? At
maybe
least 8 different size grills. So everything from a tabletop, kind of a tailgating, to all the way to the full standing with wheels, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. She's looking at me like,
even the 2 biggest ones even have the induction cooktop on the side, so you can do everything out there.
yep. I like this lady. She's all right. So she's like, you don't know much about it, this, do you? No, ma'am. That's why I've got you over here. So
Well, do not ask me any sports questions.
no, I'm asking you furniture questions. No, did you watch the game any at all last night?
Well, we were at basketball practice.
Right.
So
From 7. Yeah.
So I think it came on right before we were getting home, but then it was
A blowout.
bedtime, and
So you didn't watch it.
Brady was upset. He said, "I don't know what happened to them," and of course, because he did not want Georgia to win.
Oh.
So.
Oh, well, that was
He was
not happy.
went to bed on that one.
Yeah, a little sour. 65-7 was the final score if you missed it. So Georgia killed them, obviously. So we have, all right, let's run these down before you take off. We're going to talk about the mattress sale going on too, but let's talk about the bedroom suits. What brand names do we carry in bedroom suits?
So the Ashley, Bassett, There's a few other smaller specialty companies that we have solid wood bedroom groups from, Von Bassett.
Now, is that important to people, or is it just me? I mean, people say, I come in and go, I like that. I don't care what the name of it is. I like that. So do they come in looking for brand names, or just come in looking because it's Cannon Furniture?
Some people come in that they've seen something online that's a specific name. In bedrooms, people don't so much know the brand names, but
just what they like, what they see. Gotcha. So they have bedroom suites, living room suites, dining room sets, the recliners. We talked about those. The mattress purchase, this is pretty cool. Over $14.99, you get some extra freebies. Tell us about that.
So you get 2 free memory foam pillows, a mattress protector, and a set of sheets. And those aren't some cheap sheets we bring in just for the promotion. There are good sheets that we sell every day. And then also free local delivery on those. So.
Which is, where are the guys at today delivering?
They're just got back in for a lunch stop today, but they've been into Johnson City this morning. But
I've seen the trucks a lot over the last, since, I've been down here. They're one of my sponsors. You just see them out on the road, just kind of go, oh, here goes a Cannon truck. So they've been everywhere. I've passed them on the interstate going to Bristol back since Christmas. Around Christmas, I've seen them in Johnson City. I've seen, of course, here in Elizabethton. You have sent furniture all over the place, right, geographically?
We have.
Yeah, still do. So, been at it since 1970. What did Mr. Cannon say? 1974, 73, 74. I think that's what Chris told me. Mr. Cannon, Daddy Cannon said that too. So they've been here. It's a mom and pop. Be loyal, buy local. It's what I hammer that home all the time. It's a family-owned business. So any questions you have, you can talk to her, talk to the Cannons, because it's their baby. They don't have to call home office somewhere else and get some kind of an answer. Starts and stops here, right?
They usually just yell at me from across the store.
Hey, Kristen. So
come here.
Yeah, come here. Need your help. So there you go. What do you want to leave us with here?
Well, we're going to get you those shirts made one day. The Be Loyal, Buy Local.
Oh, yes.
Your trademark.
Believe in Betsy. Be loyal, buy local. Well, it's really true, isn't it?
It is.
We were over Claycy's over there Saturday, and we had them in. We had the folks in from the Eagle Center Co-op, which is down the corner, and the Wayward Springs Tike and Consignment Store had them in. And Claycy's Candles, they're all mom and pop, locally owned businesses. We got to support them, and so we believe in Betsy and be loyal, buy local. You like that?
I do.
Okay, so she believes in it. So she is a Cannon, and you've been working here for how long?
I think I've been here almost 3 years now.
3 years, yeah. Does a good job. So if folks want to come in and go, look, I want to take a living room, you mentioned it earlier, I want to take a living room or a dining room or bedroom and go completely redo it. You'll sit down with them and say, all right, let's go measure it, see what we got, let's see what kind of furniture you want. I mean, you do that for them kind of like a consultant? Yeah.
We do if it's a big project, a whole home project. So I'll even come out, take the measurements, look over designs with you, do layouts. We can do whatever we need to do to help.
Social media, how do we find Cannon Furniture?
You can find us on Facebook and Instagram under Cannon's Fine Home Furnishings.
So did I ask you the right questions? What's really funny about all this, when I first started coming down here, she was a little hesitant about being on the show. It's not the case now. So she is ready to do this and enjoys doing it. So
look, I tried to escape all morning.
I know you did.
You chased me in circles.
Yes, I did. I said, you got to come be on the show, because I can only say so much because I don't do this every day and she does. Did I ask you the right questions?
You did.
Did I pass the test?
You passed.
There we go. Thank you. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Oh, the hours are open too. Please, ma'am.
Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, Saturday, 9 to 5.
There you go. So, and who did you tell me? Oh, it was down at Big Dan's. Who was it up on the thing? Rudeness will not be tolerated. The cowboy dude.
Western.
Yeah. Oh, Lonesome Dove. Tommy Lee Jones. She said, you look like that guy. Remember that one?
We should take your little picture and stick it on there, see if anybody notices.
If you've seen Lonesome Dove or Tommy Lee Jones, not the return, but the original, where the guy was whipping that horse and he thrashed him because he said rudeness will not be tolerated. Well, Dan's got a sign down at Big Dan's with Tommy Lee Jones's pictures, his rudeness will not be tolerated. And so she, that day there, said, you look like him. So
I think he had on a hat, the bandana tied around his neck.
he did. Yeah. So there you go.
So.
One more time. Thanks, Coach. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We'll wrap this thing up right at this time on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Our Black Friday sale is going on now. Save 50% or more on the largest in-stock furniture selection for every room of your house. Living room, bedroom, dining room, every room 50% off or more. Come get your new furniture at the #1 furniture store, Cannon's in Elizabethton.
I'm Dr. Beth Cannon with Cannon Family Dental. I've been in practice here for going on 11 years now. Cosmetic dentistry is definitely one of my favorite aspects of what I get to do. Being able to change someone's appearance and how they feel about themselves is such a rewarding aspect of my job. When you get to see somebody start to cry when they look in the mirror for the first time and they're seeing their new smile, it makes everything worth it. Because a lot of people, don't smile because they're not happy with the way their teeth look. And it might be something as simple as just changing the shade of their teeth or just changing the shape or size. There's a lot of things we can do cosmetically that are not too invasive to really change your overall appearance. We do the whitening, we do a lot of crown and bridge work. If you want a bright white smile, you can absolutely have it. Once we get that process going, of course everyone's a little nervous, like, okay, I'm changing a big part of my life. And honestly, I kind of thought to listen to a patient say, well, I want to do this, my daughter's getting married or my son's graduating from college. I'm having a baby and I want to have really pretty maternity photos done. Can we do something to just make my smile look better? And being able to enhance that experience for patients is just, you just can't describe how it is. When they come back in and you get to see pictures of the wedding or pictures from the trip or whatever has really got them motivated, it's just, I really can't explain it. That's really why I do what I do. So if changing your smile and doing some cosmetic work has been something on your mind, please give us a call. We would love to have you come in so we can take a look and talk to you about having that smile you've always dreamed of.
Tell us about cabinets so we can get a Big John's Closeouts.
Well, the one thing that we offer is we have pretty much a all-wood line of kitchen cabinets and bathroom vanities and linen cabinets. And we've got a wide variety of styles, profiles, finishes. There's a number of amenities you can add, from pull-out, trash bin trays, to soft close doors and drawers, where it doesn't slam shut and stuff of that nature. You can get everything from specialty like wine racks and plate racks to, different size and depth cabinets. A lot of people now are utilizing 36-inch and 42-inch cabinets in sort of a staggered profile on their wall to break up just everything being 30 inches tall. A lot of people in the corners and stuff, they like to do a taller cabinet, sometimes add glass doors to it or whatever of that nature to sort of, add a little something unique for their kitchen. And we can normally get most any of that in any of the profiles. Of course, now you're seeing a lot of gray cabinetry, and we've started to see a lot of interest in like blue cabinets and stuff of that nature. We also have people that are sort of utilizing maybe black cabinets in white. Maybe the bottom is black and the top's white, or vice versa, and they're breaking it up that way. So there's a lot of different things you can do. We can come out and measure. We can do a computer layout and give you frontal and top drawings that you can take home, study, and look at before you purchase and stuff of that nature. Of course, naturally, we're happy to do the estimate and the pricing of it. We can even deliver the cabinets, your new cabinets for your home. And while you're there, you can look at options for countertops, backsplash material, flooring. We're talking about flooring. We still have a decent supply of ceramic tile. But really the more popular option has been your luxury vinyl plank flooring, with waterproof, easy to install, extremely durable, and very well priced, anywhere from $229 on up. you know, and a price for a floor that you won't have to replace for many, many years, even with small spills, pet messes, or whatever. You're covered.
There's no notes, folks. This is all product knowledge up here. There's nothing in here. This is all off the top, off the cuff, as they say. So the man knows what's going on. Big John's Closeouts. Social media, how do we find you?
Okay, you can do that on going to BigJohnsCloseouts.com. You can also email questions or ask for a quote or whatever at experts with an S at BigJohns with an S Closeouts.com. And also, if you've got cabinet questions, you can email those to our two cabinet guys at cabinets with an S at BigJohnsCloseouts.com. Check us out on Facebook and any place else.
One of our great sponsors, folks, is Cyclone Sports and the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Love having them on. They hammer high prices at Big John's Closeouts here in downtown Elizabeth. And back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Big thanks again to Kristen. Had a blast hanging out with Kristen Cannon. She's a funny lady. And also thanks to Rick Walters, Horseman Insurance. He didn't want to tell you this, but he's going to find out either today or tomorrow. He's going to be the #1 horseman agent in the country. He's up for that particular title. I understand him being humble. I mean, I appreciate that in him. But still, if you've done something like that, you need to let people know if you've earned it, and you did it. So he's about to find out he may be the #1. Hello, Rick Ranson down in Pensacola. Where in the world have you been? Good show. Have a great day. Thank you, sir, down in Pensacola. Rick, they've sent you jewelry from the jeweler's bench. They can ship you. Can you ship furniture? You can ship furniture someplace, can't you? Need be.
We don't have a company that can do shipping right now.
But if there's a will, there's a way. You can.
We've had a lot of people rent.
Yeah, rent U-Hauls, take them up. Yeah, so we're still here. She's booking a new date for the next month because we're coming every month. And I love coming out here. And she's going to show me some clocks. I got to buy a new clock. You got clocks, don't you? Got a few clocks around.
Maybe a couple.
Yeah, so we're going to look at those here before I leave. So again, thanks to Rick Walters, who didn't want to tell you on the air, and I get that, but he's up to be the #1 horseman agent in the country out of over 3,000 agents. He's in the top 5. He said he'll know in the next couple of days, probably with Friday night's game, whether he's #1 or not. So I'm going to tell everybody, so you might as well just get ready for that, because if you've done something like that, it needs to be told. It's not bragging. It's just what you did, what you've done. Also, thanks to Ken Harden, softball coach Elizabeth, and stopping by, and Andrew McKeon, the president of Carter County Bank, came by, and then Mrs. Cannon was here. Yep, we always have a good time talking to her, hanging out with her. As she said, and Chris has said on the commercial, bedroom sets, living room sets, dining room sets, and recliners are all 50% off for a limited time, but the sale continues because it's going so good. And again, why would you not come in here and save? And a company that's locally owned, be loyal, buy local. It's a mom and pop company. So any questions or whatever you got to ask about, they're here because it's their company. And then you get free delivery to have it shipped to where you go. As I was telling you before Kristen came a year ago.
Oh, free deliveries on the
mattress.
Mattress, $14.99.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a delivery charge, right? Yeah.
Don't be sending us all over the country for free.
We're going to Missouri for free. She said, okay, let me back up. Free delivery here on this. But there is a delivery charge, but still, it's okay, because here's what they do. As I told you earlier in the show, they showed up, be there at 9 o'clock. They were 9:02, 9:03. They were there on time. I love that. Sometimes they say, we're going to be here. Give us between, not here, but some delivery people say, we'll be there between 10 o'clock and 5 o'clock. Okay, well, we all have lives. We can't just sit and wait till you all show up. So you got to be better organized than that, and they are. So they got there at 9:03. They took mine out, my old furniture out, put the new furniture in, set up where I wanted. They didn't leave it on the box in the front porch. They took it out, set it up, took my old out, made sure it was what I wanted, where I wanted, and how I wanted it set up. They're in the truck. They were all there. There was a small army of guys. There's probably 3 or 4 guys putting it all together. And they were out of there probably within an hour, maybe an hour and 10 minutes. And then the next day, I get a phone call from Mr. Cannon. Says, everything good? Everything to your liking? I said, oh, yeah, man, loved it. So I bought a living room set and a bedroom suite here a year ago. Love it, love it, love it. So I'm a proud card-carrying member of Cannon's Furniture. I can give you a testimonial. They are good peeps. They take care of you. So anyway, that's going to do it from here. Back tomorrow. We'll be at Chick-fil-A tomorrow here in Elizabeth. And Thursday, we're going to be at Double C Western Supply. They got a big sale going on. It's pretty cool. 23% off anything $23 or more through the 23rd of January to kick off the new year. So you basically buy anything down at Double C, you get 23% off right off the top. Can't beat it. And that's through the 23rd, which is a week from Monday. And then Friday we'll be at Food City. Don't know which one I've got. They haven't told me which one I'm going to yet, but we're into our 19th year going to Food Cities every Friday. We're excited about that. So we'll be at a Food City near you coming up on Friday. Out of time, we sincerely thank you for yours. Tennessee basketball tonight, again, 9 o'clock tip-off at home against Vanderbilt. We'll see how they do. I wouldn't think it would be much of a problem. And then, of course, Kentucky comes to town on Saturday for a 12 o'clock tip-off at Thompson Bowling Arena. And the Wildcats come calling. So until tomorrow at 11 o'clock, we'll tell you, as always, bloom where you plant, as Mom used to say, and win or lose, be a good sport. Wait a minute, I forgot to do this. I got in here and got all worked up, got going, was trying to track down Mrs. Cannon, trying to get her on the show, and I forgot to give you the verse of the day. We always dedicate this show to the man who hung on the cross. And the verse today is Psalms 106:1. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, his love endures forever. That's a good one. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good, his love endures forever. Psalms 106:1 is the verse of the day. All right, back tomorrow, 11 o'clock, new set of guests. We'll see you then. We'll be live at Chick-fil-A in Elizabeth.